the audio's gonna come in. Hey guys, welcome to Vanishing Gates Halloween Especial. Here on my haunted front yard, as we do every year. And look who's
bright
with
enough.
me.
It's not bright enough.
It's not gonna be very bright, guys.
The dark Jack.
It's because it's dark out. Nice to see you, Bridget and Chad. And Jack didn't wear a costume.
No, I did. I'm the Funkle. Fun.
Don't explain
Fun
that.
uncle.
Don't explain that. Anyway, what's the cigar of the show? I didn't even read what you brought out.
I have no idea. I have an 829.
Okay, 829s it is. Sweet. One moment. I must cue the fog machine.
So we can see less than we already can now. Don't worry
I can
about
see
it.
plenty. I have 3 fog machines going. One of them's a 1,000-watt fog machine. Hey guys in chat, let us know how the audio is. I know there's going to be a lot of background noise because we're out in the front yard and there's a busy street right in front of the house. A busy street, might I add, that after $130 on the big candy bars, because this is the kind of love I have for the trick-or-treaters, guys. Yeah, the good stuff. Not one trick-or-treater. Not one. It's driving me crazy.
I'm trying to tell him that there's not enough light.
So, there's plenty of light. It's just not right here.
You can't, like at the yard, it looks dark. It looks dark out here. It looks like there's no one here.
It's just because we live on a busy street. I never have any trick-or-treaters anymore.
He doesn't believe
Used
me.
to. I don't believe
Believe
you.
me.
I don't. Not even a little bit.
At the end of the night, he'll be like, oh, that's definitely the case.
So guys in chat, let us know if you can actually hear us with the background noise. A little bit of news. I started a new career. So I didn't do quite as much Halloween stuff as I was going to do. And on my way, some of you might have seen, I plugged a deer with the truck. Going to training. That was fun.
Good job.
It was a duplicitous surprise.
You did a great job.
In case anyone's wondering, I am the Tom Petty of the Netherworld, because, you know, he's since passed. I actually have this nifty prop that I made to go with it. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but it's like a lantern for the, you know... The
Stop hitting me with it. Leave me be.
Deceased. Oh, we might have trick-or-treaters. No? Are they going to keep walking? No.
Too dark. Told
It's
you.
not too dark. Hi, in
It
chat.
is too dark.
I have the big candy bars. I want trick-or-treaters. I didn't spend $130 on candy for no trick-or-treaters. Damn it.
It's too dark.
It's not too dark.
Nobody knows we're here.
I don't know how they can miss it with the lights and the fog and the decorations and the giant spider on the side of the house that glows and moves up and down, and the strobe light on that side, the laser Halloween side, the sign, the freaking... The 7-foot tall Grim Reaper that's inflatable and glowing. My lit up hedges,
No.
my fence that's lit up all the way to the street.
No,
Plenty of lights.
Don't encourage him. There is not enough lights here.
Oh, man. The future's so bright, we gotta wear shades. So, wear my sunglasses at night? I don't know.
I can't see anything.
I was just going for that Tom Petty look, and I don't know how well it worked out. I don't look anything like Tom Petty. I look like a goofy pimp with a goatee.
You are a goofy pimp with a goatee.
So have you watched any of that Haunting of Hill House yet, Jack?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm going to open your front door.
Why?
It's dark out here.
No, do not open my front door, because all the smoke will go in and set up my smoke alarms.
It's too dark.
It is not too dark.
It is too dark.
No one ever says that about my soul. Anyway. It doesn't matter. They can't see the front door from the street anyway. I don't know why you think that's going to change anything. 1 second, I'll take care of it.
You know what? It's too dark. It's too dark. And hello in chat. I don't know why I even said that yet. We suck.
It's not too dark.
It is too dark.
Dude, it's not. It's fine.
Hey, Dennis.
Dennis in chat.
It is too dark.
It's not too dark. We're not going to spend this entire episode talking about how dark it is, guy. Come on. Well, anyway. Would you feel safer if I brought you a pumpkin with a light in it you can sit in your lap?
No, it's dark. Literally, no one can see that we're sitting here right now.
They can see all the lights and stuff. They still come to the house. They just don't. No one's walking up and down the street. It's too busy.
Look,
I'm the only
everybody's
house on the
told,
street.
unless there is a porch light on, you don't go to that house. And there's no porch light on.
If every other Halloween decoration is on and the guy's pumping 100 gallons of fog into the air, yeah, you can still go to that house. Everyone knows that too. Jeez. Oh,
Well,
man.
at the end of the day...
We need to catch up with the chat room here. Oh, jeez.
Oh, whoa, hey.
Oh, look,
What's happening?
trick-or-treaters.
They're gonna keep going because it's too dark.
It's not too dark. We don't need a porch light. Everybody knows that they can trick-or-treat here. There's fog machines aplenty.
You need a
Look,
porch light.
We have trick-or-treaters right now.
No, you need a porch light. Hopefully they don't come here because you need a porch light. Porch light's necessary. I can't even see your pathway.
Candy.
Got the coolest looking house I know.
Thank you.
You're God. Oh my God, I love you guys.
Tell your friends, because I bought 130 candy bars.
If not, I'll be back.
And my house is so hard to find.
He needs a porch light. Don't help it. Don't encourage him.
Grown-ups can have candy, too. Thank you. Thank you.
Sweet.
Awesome. Went out of their way to come by my house. You were wrong.
Oh, you need a porch light. I'm just saying.
This is why we listen to the guy that
Look,
does.
I'm
spooky
right in
stuff,
front
man.
of this, staring at this live stream, and people can't see me.
They
if I
went
if
out
I lean
of
like
their
this, you
way
can't see me.
to trick or treat my house. That means I'm winning. That little kid
Look,
called me a
look,
god.
look.
That's inaccurate, but also very sweet.
I mean,
to
it's
hear
accurate
that.
for me. It's accurate for me. They meant me.
Sincerely kind that she said that I'm a god when she saw the large bag of peanut. Well, that one snack that everyone loves. That come in little bite-sized things. That I don't have the right to talk. Fuck it, I'll talk about it. Peanut M&Ms are the bomb. I got Reese's too, and Snickers.
You know what?
I got all the good stuff. All the good stuff, man. I went to.
He's got all the good stuff, but he didn't spend.
Love
He didn't
me,
spend
bro.
80 cents on a porch light.
I have to replace the entire fixture on my front porch, dude. That's why I put up so many decorations in my yard, so they know I'm here.
I'd have bought a floodlight.
You would have bought a floodlight?
I'd have blubble.
All right, so you seriously haven't watched any of the Haunted Hill House yet?
No, not even.
Everyone's talking about it. I've watched one episode, and I need to catch up, and I haven't been able to because I've been doing stuff, traveling for work, and starting the new job and stuff, and trying to get all the audio stuff stripped for the podcast and stuff. And by the way, we're all over the podcasting planes now. Google Plus, iTunes,
All of them?
Stitcher.
All of the planes, everyone.
Not all of them. There's a couple we're not on yet, but it takes a while to get there.
Let's see. The only thing I tried to watch recently was that new Sabrina, the Teenage Witch relaunch or whatever. This Thrilling Adventures of Sabrina.
How was that?
Garbage. I made it through half an episode.
Did you see that they're actually being accused of stealing the Church of Satan is like talking about suing them for stealing the Baphomet statue?
Bastards.
I just saw that today. I haven't watched any of it, man. I don't know if I want to watch the chilling adventures of Sabrina.
You don't. It sucks.
I
The
don't
last
know,
half an
man.
episode, the bad camera work, the terrible graphics will get to you, and you'll just be done with it.
I don't know. Is it really that bad?
Oh God, it's atrocious.
Guys, you can bring up
atrocious.
any horror movies you guys want to share with us in the chat too. Emily loves The Haunting of Hill House in chat. Yeah, the first episode that I watched was really, really good. Oh, more trick-or-treaters. Look.
You're probably afraid to come here because it's too dark.
It's not too dark. There's lighting all the way up the wall.
Listen, everyone in chat, inform him that it's
Look,
too
see,
dark.
they're saying trick-or-treat. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Going good.
Oh, man.
Trick or treat.
Trick-or-treat.
Hey, pick one.
Hey, buddy.
One.
It's okay. You can have it.
He's autistic.
I know.
So, yeah.
I have one too, so.
All right.
You can have another one. It's okay. Just be careful. There are cords on the ground. I don't want you guys to trip. We're actually live streaming a podcast, so
Oh goodness.
you guys are in for it.
Thank
Yeah, it's still too dark.
Yeah.
Come on.
How about you two? You want one?
I'm sure. Why
I bought
not?
130, and I've had like now 6 trick-or-treaters, so
Oh goodness.
have another. There you go. Thank you. Happy Halloween.
Have a good Halloween.
Anyway, so yeah, see, this is one of the reasons I love doing the shoe on head. Oh, you should go get one of those the clown shoes out of the garage to put on your head from the
Look.
Halloween pile.
Look,
I have a
Look.
Halloween costume pile,
Look.
guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome.
I just want to say no.
I don't even have the shoe on head thing above the camera anymore because that joke died so long ago.
The meme is dead. The joke is dead. Just like Dave Stock's Hope and Dreams.
Dave Stock is a wonderful man.
Hopes and Dreams are
chat.
dead.
He's
Hopes and
one of my favorite
Hopes and
Canadians.
dreams are
Probably my
dead.
favorite Canadian.
That's why his hopes and dreams are dead.
Hey, no, you know what? We actually sent each other care packages. It was super cool. Yeah, no, it's because Dave. Now you're catching up. We're doing it the live Halloween
It's super
episode
dark.
from the front yard while I give out candy to the trick or treaters.
Even the Stockman says it.
Whatever. So Haunting Hill House. I watched an episode. I thought it was pretty good. I'm gonna keep watching it at some point. But there's a few other shows that I need to watch that I haven't caught up with. So I'm way behind on my binging of the television shows and horror movies.
Need more.
Did you watch the new Halloween yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Ugh,
Right.
me either.
I've been playing Red Dead Redemption and Call of Duty Blackout, and that's
COD 4, man.
and multiplayer.
Again, like the zombie mode was like the only zombie mode I've liked.
I'm close to Diamond. I'm happy.
Yeah, I didn't play that much. I like to call it Call of PUBG.
I've played for like 2 weeks and.
So hey, I want to know what everybody is
I'll play
in
it.
chat.
I'm really good
tell
at it,
tell me
so
what you
yeah,
guys
I'll
are
take
for
it.
Halloween, and that'd be cool to see. Because
Tell us your costumes.
unlike Jack, I actually wore a costume.
I'm a Funkle.
Okay. Sounds like a crappy band from the '90s.
It is a crappy. It's a punk band from the 90s.
I don't think so. Any horror movies you want to talk about that you've seen lately? Horror series?
I watched Tusk once.
How was it? Because I haven't watched it yet.
That was a mistake.
Oh man, are you sure?
It's a beautiful, beautiful movie.
Oh, I don't know if it's a mistake.
It's beautiful.
Oh, you should see. You're talking shit about Dave, and he's the only person agreeing with you.
Thank you, Dave. We're on the same wavelength of whatever. What?
Yeah.
In any direction.
In any direction? Is that what you just said?
It's fucking dark.
Will you stop with that and just actually talk about the show a little bit, bro? Come on.
Look,
Instead of just whining, you could like.
I can't even see my cigar.
I can see mine.
And I have better night
Okay,
vision than you.
I tell you what. You actually talk about something for a minute, and I will go get a light. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Will that make you happy?
Not really.
Of course it won't.
Find something else to complain about.
Talk about a horror movie for a minute.
A horror movie. Ooh, what horror movie?
Or TV show.
Let's see. Most horror movies kind of suck.
Will you stop that negativity?
They're really poor nowadays. Let's face it. They've swapped good acting for terrible CGI, and that's just the majority of movies nowadays. Like, how about this? For instance, I'm gonna ruin The Conjuring 2 for everybody, really fast. First off, those psychics. What's their name? The Warrens. They were involved for like a minute, maybe max. They showed up, and the guy who was actually involved in looking into the situation, he literally said that the only thing that what's this Warren's name said to him was, "We can make so much money off this." And then when he said no, the Warrens left. That was basically the extent of the Warrens was showing up for all of 5 seconds. So that's that movie blown out of the fucking water. The guy, there was no reported actual activity in Amityville. Even the people who lived there, not really reported. And the guy, I think, who killed his family supposedly is still alive in prison. No reporting ghosts. So those movies suck. What else can I ruin? Really shouldn't be left alone to my own devices on the show. If I had to say anything, I thought the Babadook was okay, which I know Jay disagrees with. I get what you mean, but it's maybe there was a haunting there, but the extent of which wasn't there. Not for the situation that was at hand. That was there was a murder that happened at their house, and supposedly it was actually like mafia related because the guy had some ties and some mistakes, and they found like a gun in the water, like a revolver or something. Happy Halloween, everybody! And I mean, honestly, at least The Conjuring 2, The Haunting of Enfield, or Einfeld, I'm not sure how it's said or pronounced, but that they actually like had a thing at the end. The guy who was investigating it said that the girls were just really good at ventriloquism, and that most of it was pretty much faked or easily faked. Anyways, the only one that was really weird was an officer who swore on did an affidavit, whatever, I don't know the terminology, but gave a sworn affidavit that she had seen like furniture moving around the house. That was the only real credible thing other than the voices. And the fact that the son of the guy who died in that house said that was his father's, that sounded like his father that was coming out of that little girl, that the little girl was doing the conjuring.
Better now, buddy?
I can partially see. Nope, see, I'm still going to complain. Face it that way so people can be blind as they walk up to us. Anywho, so I don't know. I want to see the Pet Cemetery. That's what I want to see. Yeah, they're making number 2. Or not number 2. They're making a remake of it.
Why?
Because the first one was really good, and so they kind of want to mess with
They
it.
want to destroy it.
They want to ruin it. They want to break the franchise as fast as possible.
That's a really nice movie you got. They'd be ashamed if someone did something to it, like remade it into another shitty remake.
It'd be a shame if we
Like
CGI'd the crap out of this story.
Did anyone actually watch it? Happy Halloween in chat. So,
You know what?
did anyone watch it? Like, because I
That
haven't
was
seen it. Guys,
just
let me know
I've
if you've
seen
seen
it.
it.
I actually watched that
You
one.
actually watched it? I know when you say I've actually watched it, it's like really convoluted way to say anything. in
I've
life.
watched the new It, and I will say this right now. While I prefer Tim Curry and I prefer the original,
Everyone
it's just that's
prefers
common.
Tim Curry.
You know, it's just common because Tim Curry is an amazing actor.
First,
and
it's
let's face
Tim
it,
Curry.
he brought like really like a creepy feel to that clown in the original. You know,
Because he was more pure looking.
Here's the thing: it wasn't CGI, so acting had to be good, and he brought good acting to the role, which is just what Tim Curry does. Let's
Now,
face
I was
it.
watching the guy that plays It in Castle Rock because I started watching that series as well. That's a pretty good series so far, and he's a good actor.
Well, what I was gonna say was the guy who plays It in this one. What's his name?
I don't remember.
I think he's like Swedish or Norwegian or something like that.
Maybe.
No, but the guy who plays him was actually really good.
I don't know,
And
man. I've heard
even
some
the
serious
CGI
complaints,
wasn't
though,
bad.
about
It wasn't
that
really
movie.
that bad. Some of it, let's just face. Some of it was. It was. I would say I've never read the book, but who was I talking to? I think I was talking to our mother about it, and she said it was okay. You know, it wasn't too accurate, but it wasn't too far off. It was actually probably more accurate than the original.
I don't know, man. I've heard some complaints.
I've
I've heard
I
lots of
get the complaints because it's one of the like the ending of that one, unless it was like the book, because I haven't read the book. I'm gonna give everybody that right now. I have not read the book. It was too happy-go-lucky Hollywood.
I'll tell you right now, it's not like the ending of the book because there's no fucking way they're filming that. Because it's the first part of the book. It's
No,
not the entire
They're not
book.
gonna film that shit.
Well, you say that. You say that. But,
Welcome to Hollywood. That's actually what's happening.
yeah, I mean...
It's probably what's happening in the background. They're just not telling you.
So, but like it's on the Stephen King note, watch Castle Rock. I'm not sure about... I haven't seen it yet, but I've kind of heard some spoilers and stuff, so I'll probably still watch it on television. I'm not going to go...
How do I say this? Like, I watched it. I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it had its moments where I was like, I could do without this, but like the kid Henry Bowers, they did a decent job on him, like they showing his downward trend towards like crazier and crazier. What was happening? They didn't explain Pennywise that well.
Well, that should be in the second part because from what I heard, they didn't finish it.
It's only the first part. Yeah, it's only the part when they're kids. So the next
Yeah,
part is
no, they don't explain anything till later on.
Yeah.
They shouldn't anyway. I heard they explained some things about it that didn't make sense timeline wise, and so yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch it. Because I read that
30-year-old
book.
spoiler alert.
Dude, I read that book in like 3rd grade. I shit you not. Like
The first book I read, and was around that time, I was about like, oh wait, I was like 8 or 9. It was one of the first book I ever read was Desperation, and I loved that book when I was a kid.
I've never read Desperation.
It's a good book. I read that in The Regulators.
If you
Stephen
want to
King was actually
read
the first thing I read.
a really
and then Anne
cool,
Rice
like-
after that.
I know Stephen King and Anne Rice, they get a lot of love from people, but I want to give some love out to Clive Barker's books because he writes some creepy shit.
That's why I've always like I've always had a soft spot in my heart for like the Vampire Lestat. It was like I think that's the second series I've ever read after Desperation.
I mean, the first book I remember ever reading was Lord of the Flies, so
You know what? I take that back. The first book I ever read was Hatchet.
I remember that. Yeah,
That was the first book I read was Hatchet.
That's not at all horror.
That's pretty common.
It sounds like
It's not
it should
horror,
be a horror
but
movie.
no, it's common. It's
I think
actually
there is a
book.
horror movie called Hatchet. Actually, I think there's some B-grade thriller out called Hatchet.
But it's a
I
good
think
book.
it's on Netflix.
Honestly, it's a good book. I hope they still let kids read or have kids read.
So
the
guys, let us know what you are for Halloween. We'd love to.
strange
We'd
segue
love to
there.
hear what your costumes are, and if you want to put up costumes on the viewer or on the Vanishing Gates page, post your costume up there. Maybe we'll do like a Halloween costume vote to who has the best costume tonight. I think that'd be cool.
I win.
That's something we should have announced like a week or two.
It's
in
already
advance or
rigged
a
in
month
my
advance.
favor, just so everybody knows.
You don't get to qualify.
I am the qualifier. Yeah. Yes, I am.
So yeah, you liked it.
I mean,
Would you watch it again like it, or
no, I wouldn't watch it.
well then you didn't like it?
So I thought it was a good one-time watch, but I would not watch it again. Like I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it again for any reason.
Well,
if
then
it's
you-
on and someone else, I'm talking to someone in the room, I'm not just gonna go away. But
So are you saying you like it because you paid to go see it in the theater?
I watched it on HBO.
Oh, did you?
Or HBO Now. That's where I watched
so
it.
you still paid for it, though.
Well, yeah, technically. But I'm kind of like, eh.
You know what series I need to finish that I haven't finished yet is Scream Queens.
The Ghost Adventures live show's on?
Well, yeah, they do a Halloween show every year, don't they?
I wonder what's happening.
Oh, it's Ghost Hunters that usually do it live.
I wonder what's happening.
Yeah, Dennis, feel free to let us know how that show's going here in the chat, and we'll talk about it a little bit, because I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I'm not even like anywhere near a position to watch it. My internet sucks right now.
That, and I'm in my front yard live streaming the show.
That does help.
Pretty good. We will be doing another show on Friday with Emily Stackley from Frickin' Frack Paranormal. So tune in for that. That should be fun. It should be 7 Pacific.
I have to be a designated driver on Friday.
Okay, well, it's fine. I'll just do the interview. It's fine. And then Saturday, tentatively, our tech guru Nick from Chicago will be on to talk about. We're going to do our 3rd series on urban legends, and he's going to talk about some of the urban legends in Chicago. If he can make it on, it's tentative. If not, we'll do some other urban legends I'll have prepared. And we'll have Paco on. And I have a few prepped already, so we will have a show.
I'm a designated driver next Friday. I have this Friday off. I have to do some other things though for work.
That's fine.
I want to work. I'm about to call my work and be like, I cancel all my interviews. I'm not hiring anyone anymore.
So, okay, horror movies that you've seen recently that you would not recommend.
It.
Okay. After just saying you liked it, you
watch
would
the
not
first one.
recommend it.
Watch the first one. The original, the miniseries. It's a little slow, but it's good. This one. Let me try. It's like they tried to go a little harder than the original one. Like they were trying to be a little, a little creepier, a little more to the books, like gore effect, like the horror of the book. But they didn't go as far as the book, if you will. It's like the acting was the acting from what's his name was pretty good. The guy who played Pennywise. The child actors were okay. I think they were okay. I actually like some of them watched. I can't remember one of them was in like Stranger Things. I think I don't really remember, to be honest. I haven't seen Stranger Things in a while.
Yeah, it's one of the kids from Stranger Things.
But I would say like, in all, it was okay. So
the book was the best. Yes, we all can agree on that, except for Jack, who has not read the book It.
Well, no, I know it's better, and actually I do know some of the lore because I got interested in it when I heard the Dark Tower sucked. And I kind of wikied everything, and I was like, I wonder what this is all about.
I was going to bet money that all you did was listen to Boogie's...
What?
Boogie Tonight.
Oh, Boogie's podcast?
Yeah.
Or Boogie's live cast?
His his YouTube thing about it.
I watch Decker Shadow these days. Much better YouTuber.
I don't know who that is.
I like Boogie, though. Good.
He's still good. So, you wouldn't recommend the new It, but the old one you like.
10 out of 10. It's just like The Shining. Most people like the one that
I
whatever
like
his name was.
Both of them. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, the Jack
it was
Nicholson
the Stanley
one.
Kubrick's
The Stanley Kubrick, but I didn't like Stanley Kubrick. I'm on the side of I'm on the side of Stephen King. I don't like Stanley Kubrick's version. I like Stephen King's miniseries version more. It's just like I like the Stan miniseries. It was great. In fact, one of the things I say is I actually use some of the sayings that the old lady says throughout that, like mayhaps and stuff like that.
What's up, Jesse?
I still use some vernacular.
Oh, friend of ours. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm doing the trick-or-treat thing. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I actually use some of the, like, I liked The Stand so much when I was a kid, I watched it over and over again, just because I like the characters, like the story. And Mother Abigail.
The entire road is covered in fog right now.
We should shut off the fog machine so we don't cause traffic accident.
I live on a very busy street, and I might be causing a wreck. You should probably, Dennis was interviewed on the local news. Oh, yeah, so Dennis, guys, in chat, he's on there. Dennis Hagen from Toledo Spirit Hunters. He actually is collecting a bunch of haunted objects in his basement, because that's a really bright idea, Dennis.
Good job, Dennis.
But he was interviewed on the local news today. I'm sure he will put a link up to that. Will you cut the power to that fog machine before we cause a wreck? I'm going to wait till the traffic dies down a little bit. I'll turn it back on. I don't want to be that guy. I'm going to be in the news for causing a wreck on my street with my luck.
How do I cut it?
Just hit the button that says power. Or unplug it. Oh. It'll eventually stop. What's happening is it's heating the glycol and it's pushing it out. That's not the machine, I think, that's causing all the fog. I think it's the 1,000-watt one that's doing it. I mean, I wanted it to roll down my yard to the sidewalk. I didn't expect it to cross the street and cause low visibility. Whoa, careful. Careful, fella. All right, so that's the joy of doing a live stream from the front yard on Halloween.
Stop walking up to me, you creepy bastard. Like, the lights are like right on his face, creepily.
Of course, you're the leprechaun, Jesse.
Go away.
My other brother, our brother just showed up. My younger, his older. Yeah, good times. I had goosebumps. Goosebumps.
Yeah, we read real
bird.
Goosebumps.
Oh man, no, I watched the Goosebumps movie. Actually, it was kind of funny. It was kind of cute.
I thought it was okay.
It was cool. I mean,
I liked it.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
I like it, but I'm a fan of Jack Black.
Goosebumps.
I'm a fan of Jack Black though, so
So
it's what movies have you seen recently?
oh yeah, the one I wanted to recommend highly was Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. That was a great, funny, kind of pseudo comedy horror movie. It's not meant to be taken seriously.
No.
Sorry guys, we just have cigars. And we're $1. I like how he says, "Can I borrow?"
I don't want it back.
Who does this?
I don't know who does that.
Anyway, so Bubba the Redneck Werewolf is really hokey. It's not meant to be taken seriously, so don't even consider taking it seriously.
Dale and
enjoy
Tucker
it
or
for
whatever versus
Tucker
Evil.
and Dale versus Evil is one of the best movies ever, dude. Man, if you want, it's
Yes.
actually well acted for the most part.
Oh, yeah, it's
for
funny.
being also cheeseball.
It's funny. It's awesome.
It's everything that Eli Roth should have done with Cabin Fever, but better. In
I never
every
caught
way.
that movie Cabin Fever. I watched it. I was just sitting there like, because I understand the actual meaning of Cabin Fever. I'm like, this has nothing to do with Cabin Fever.
That whole movie was meant for one joke, and you get the beginning of the joke at the beginning of the movie, and you don't get the punchline until after everything's boiled down. It has nothing to do with anything else. I think Eli Roth was just trolling us hard, and then they remade it. Why would you make another one of those?
Didn't that kid Sean from Boy
Yes,
Meets World
from
act
Boy
in
Meets
it?
World. It's a kid from Boy Meets
Remember
World.
Vader
not,
died?
well, not Sean, was it? I don't know. What was the buddy's name?
Sean.
Cabin Fever. Yeah, God, why? But yeah, so Tucker and Dale versus Evil, I highly suggest that for some laughs. It's not really a horror movie per se, but there's definitely a sinister amount of content
Oh yes,
to that film for sure.
it's a good movie. I would say it's a good movie. I could tolerate. Here's the thing. It's a good.
I
movie.
can tolerate it.
It's a good movie. Like
I've
it
watched it a
feels
couple
good. I didn't like the ending, but it was a good movie.
Oh, the ending was funny.
It's like, what was that movie I saw recently? God, I gotta think about it now.
James in chat says Evil Dead 2 is the best.
I like the first version better, actually.
I like
the reason
the
is
original.
because I think it was Evil Dead 2. I can't remember if it was Evil Dead 1 or 2, but when the guy runs from the back door all the way to the front, you know, the thing runs at him and he's standing in the front door. I think it was Evil Dead 2. What that was if you watch the comments and stuff, the commentary and stuff like that, is that Sam Raimi did a lot of these actual footage stunts. Well, he was on a bike, I think he was on like a motorcycle or something like that, like some kind of bike to get that kind of speed.
What happened was, if you read Bruce Campbell's autobiography, If Chins Could Kill, by the way, which I highly suggest.
Bruce Campbell, great actor. Everybody should love him.
I highly suggest you read If Chins Could Kill, Bruce Campbell's autobiography. What Sam Raimi did for that scene was he took a board and he made like a little box. He took a shit ton of Vaseline and hooked the camera to the board and slid it at him.
And it hit him, right? It broke his arm.
Hit him right in the face, I think.
I thought it broke his arm or his nose or something like that.
It's been a while since I read it, but I mean, I could be wrong. Bruce Campbell, if you're out there, I love you.
Maybe it was just one of those things that's like the Mandela Effect myth, if you will.
Have you been watching the Evil Dead series?
It's canceled.
I know, and
I haven't
it pissed
watched any
me
of
off.
it. I haven't watched any of it.
It's funny. It was hilarious.
It's Bruce Campbell. Why wouldn't it be?
Another really good one is Stand Against Evil.
Actually, one other thing that's actually a fun fact about Evil Dead was when he goes to cut his girlfriend up with that chainsaw, that was a real chainsaw. He had a chainsaw turned on, hovering over that lady, and she's
they took the chain off
there.
it.
No,
It's an old Halloween trick. You take the chain off the chainsaw. Haunters do it at professional
what are you
haunts.
talking? I was reading it. I was reading about it. They actually had the chain on and everything. It was the function. It was
Yeah,
a
okay.
functioning chainsaw,
Functioning doesn't mean it's going to cut you.
and the chain was on it.
I don't
That's why you
remember
can
that.
actually see the chain on it.
I don't remember that.
They were talking about it, that she had to lay there, and he had to swear to God that he would not drop this thing on her while he
Swear
had
to
it
God,
on.
I won't drop this on
He's like,
you.
I swear I will not.
I don't
want
to accidentally homicide you. Why didn't they just take the fucking chain off it? It's not hard.
Because this was the kind of, like, if you actually read about it, they went through some
have
horrible
actually
shit
read
out there.
about it.
Like, yeah, so they went through some horrible shit because Sam Raimi was trying to make this on a budget.
Oh, dude, their budget was so shoestring, it was preposterous.
You know what? What was this movie? God, The Blair Witch Project. Do you know how much money that made?
What was that movie? Oh, a hand over fist.
That
money.
made, like, I think it was $30 million, $50 million, something like that. You know how much it made to cost? How much it took to cost?
Not much.
$30,000.
You know what gets me? Like, because I
Or
remember
no, it was
seeing that
$3,500
movie.
or something like that. It was like $3,500. It was 3 actors, a small crew, and that was it. It was very cheap.
I went to see that movie, and I took people to see it. And I was there with a bunch of people I was in high school with. And I already knew the movie was fake. Like, I knew it.
Oh, yeah, it's obvious.
Because there was a Sci-Fi Channel thing that had the actors on talking about their experience.
Yeah.
If they're all dead, you can't do that. And so I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, it's great marketing. People were mortified though. They thought it was still real after they saw the movie, and I'm explaining, dude, it's not real.
I would highly recommend anyone who's a fan of the Blair Witch Project to look up this thing called Film Theories. It's a YouTube channel. It's amazing. Film Theories is awesome. I love these guys. They do a film theory about the Blair Witch, about how it's basically there's no witch, because Michael is a sound technician, and basically what it is that they're setting her up to murder her in the house. The whole thing is them the way the map is dealt with. Mike says he can't read the map, but he has the map for some reason, and then he kicks it into the lake. But the thing is Josh had it last, and unless he stole it from her or Josh gave it to him to throw it away, and then on top of that, when the compass won't work, all you need is what do you say? It's like a neodymium magnet or something like that, and you find it in sound equipment. And the guy's a sound engineer.
Well, he might not
and
have
so
known that.
He had the compass.
Okay,
and
but
he was like
having
using
survival
it to mess it up.
skills and knowing how to do
No,
sound are 2 different things,
it was-
man.
it
Like,
wasn't
I
that,
can
it's
live in
like-
the woods with a knife.
It's simple, like
I know
iron
sound
will mess
guys
up.
that can barely live in their house.
Heavy, dense, dense rocks that have immense amount of iron in it will mess up one of these things.
All you really need is a leaf and a
simple.
paper clip.
Well, yeah, but the thing is the whole theory is that they actually set this whole thing up to kill her.
You know, can we stop with the fan theories on the internet already? Good
You know
God,
what?
guys.
Shut up.
No, it's just a bunch of creepypastas is all it really breaks down
Yes.
to. That's all it is. Whoa, speaking of creepypastas, the new Slender Man movie. Have you guys seen any of the previews for that?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't either. I just saw that there's a preview available. I haven't seen it yet. I was going to watch the preview tonight. That might be kind of good.
They're making a Tusk too.
They're making a sequel to Tusk.
I don't know what that's gonna be, but okay.
As long as they don't make a sequel to Yoga Hosers, will be good. It's in the same series that Kevin Smith did.
I hear they're gonna make another Skyrim.
That's not a horror movie.
No, it is a horror movie to video gamers because we're really tired of seeing it over and over again.
I haven't heard that.
They're gonna call it Skyrim 20,000: The Quest for More Money.
So,
Ridiculous. It's like the
bring up my
entire
train of thought. Kill me.
it's like the entire Bethesda team that made Skyrim keeps forgetting that they made Skyrim already, and they just keep doing it over and over again. It's like the Mandela effect. Every time they're like, "No, we didn't make it yet. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Come on."
So we're gonna do that for our 2-year anniversary show.
What?
The Mandela Effect.
Tusk was terrible.
Tusk was weird.
Fucking
Sandra and
hated that
Chad
movie.
agreed. I haven't watched the entire thing, but if you watch Yoga Hosers, Tusk ain't nothing. Have you watched Yoga Hosers at all?
No, but I now know
So-
that in Canada, bears are polite enough to leave your yard if you ask them to.
I saw that video. That was awesome.
That was
so
funny.
Kevin Smith literally made this movie during a podcast. He came up with the entire idea during the podcast he's doing as a joke on one of his podcasts that he does, as basically a way for his daughter to have a movie to do. And it was just all bad. I mean, it's worth watching. Absolutely worth watching. I think the villain in it is actually his co-host on Hollywood Babylon. But I'm not sure. I don't remember. I was pretty inebriated when I watched it because I had to be pretty inebriated to watch it.
Oh, you would be. Just watching Tusk,
good,
I was
man.
like, oh god, this movie. This whole movie. I'm just in that, like, okay, so I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil Tusk, but there's a scene in it that I sit there and I think to myself, what the fuck are you doing? That's all that's the thought in my head. Is, what are you doing?
90% of horror movies, there's always something where I'm like, why? No, don't do that. No. But the thing with horror movies too is most people got to realize that the poor person in the movie doesn't know something terrible is around the corner. You know, it's like
Okay,
sometimes
there are some movies.
like people that run upstairs in horror movies to get away from the killer. Well, that's a brilliant decision, Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween. By the way, I do want to side rabbit trail here and just talk about how freaking hot Jamie Lee Curtis still is. Oh my god, dude! I saw the previews for the new Halloween. I'm just like, yeah, no, still 10 out of 10. Would bang.
I'm about to get a lot of flack for this, but I prefer Halloween 3 over the rest of them.
Halloween 3 is
Halloween 3, the Season of the Witch.
That was actually partially filmed here.
If it was,
Down the road.
Okay, so the story of Halloween 3, people wonder why Michael Myers wasn't in it, is because they wanted to make a series every year where there'd be a
Something
different
different.
horror.
Yeah.
And so Halloween 3 was made, and no one knew what the hell it was. If it was given any other name other than Halloween 3, part of that series, it would have been a great movie. Like it would have done really well.
Silver Shamrock Halloween.
Halloween.
Okay, I don't want to get
Don't
sued.
listen to that because you will get that shit'll be stuck in your head.
You gotta wear that mask
It'll
while
just
you,
be stuck
while you
in your
listen to
head.
it, though. I mean, it was a good premise. I mean, it was cool. Like, it was a Halloween movie, so maybe I'm just partial.
It was a good movie. It was a great movie. I don't see why people didn't like it. It was interesting.
Have you watched any of the new Hellraisers at all?
The acting was great, man.
Have you watched any of the new Hellraisers?
Oh,
Man,
Hellraiser is trash.
Man,
what
no,
was it?
like-
Wes Craven made the first one.
yeah.
He refused to work on any more after that because he's like, no, the movie's over now.
No, wasn't it Clive Barker?
It's Clive Barker.
Clive Barker.
And he was like, no, because the series is over after this. I don't know why. It's just like what was it? Freddy versus that's it. Wes Craven for
versus
Freddy.
Jason.
No,
Nightmare on
it was,
Elm Street is Wes
Nightmare on
Craven.
Elm Street 1. Wes Craven didn't want to make anymore. He was like, no, it's cut. It's
But
open
he
and cut.
did all
It's done.
of them until later on.
No, he came back. He came back for the fourth one, the third or the fourth one, because the second one did okay, and he was like, well, fine, okay, I guess I'll do this.
Which was it? John Carpenter or Wes Craven that called Rob Zombie a pussy for? He either called him a pussy or a piece of shit. I don't
I think
remember
it was,
exactly what he
it was
said.
probably John Carpenter.
But he's like, oh no, yeah, it was because he was talking about the Halloween remake Zombie did, and he's like, yeah, Rob Zombie went on. He's tried to say that it was like totally uncool this project. I didn't support it. I thought it was dumb and blah blah. He's like, I give that piece of shit or that pussy advice every step of the way, or some shit like that. It's an awesome interview.
I mean, I don't know what to say honestly about Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie's movies are they're the same thing. They're all the same movie. They're all the same movie. You could literally just string his movies that he's worked on in one, and they would all fit perfectly.
Yeah.
They just make sense. You
House
wouldn't
of
get it.
a
But
Thousand Corpses was kind of interesting
You can
when
still
it came
slap
out,
that into
but
it. I'm waiting for him to remake Texas
just
Chainsaw
felt like-
Massacre at this point.
it's what it felt like. Was House of a Thousand Corpses was Hills Have Eyes meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's all it was.
Yeah, and it was just garbage.
It was okay.
know what
it
it
was
is?
a good, okay movie.
The reason I don't like Rob Zombie's movies is because they're all shock factor movies. They're all this shock factor horror that's just stupid. It's
Eli
it's
Roth
not
does the same
fun.
thing. Look at Clown. Did you watch Clown?
Oh yeah,
I started watching Clown. I did not finish Clown.
but the difference
Hey,
Hello.
Matthew Jackson. Cheers, buddy.
the difference is in
Jack.
this in Clown it was a slow process, and it wasn't just pure shock horror. It was a slow degeneration. In Rob Zombie's movies, it's just instant shock. It's just that he just goes for the shock horror right off the bat. He goes from A to B in the jugular. The first thing that happened, one of the first things that happened in the first Halloween, is straight up like he butchers his family in cold blood.
Well, his sister. So Michael Myers in the first one kills his sister because he caught her banging some dude. And it made something in
Then
him
he
snap.
fucking killed Machete.
What?
Machete.
What are you talking about? Danny Trejo? Machete? Another terrible movie. I
was a
wouldn't
good
say
movie.
that to Danny
Watch
Trejo's
Machete.
face ever.
Do you know he has a donut shop?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Danny Trejo owns a donut shop in I think
he
it's in
doesn't.
Oregon or something. Yeah, he does.
No.
He owns a fucking donut shop.
I can't see that.
Yeah, Danny Trejo owns a donut
Is
shop.
it called Danny Trejo's fucking donuts? 'Cause
I
that would be
don't know what it's
amazing.
called. Hold on, let me look it up.
Guys in chat,
Because
have the guys in chat look it up. Look up Danny Trejo's donut shop. I want to see if this is true or not.
I can't. My phone doesn't work right now.
I don't know if I can believe this. I don't know if I can buy this load. Killing me. Bad lumber, all the way.
Let's see here.
He seriously has a donut shop? It's like the weirdest thing. I shouldn't talk too much shit about Danny Trejo. He could probably actually kill me.
Danny Trejo is awesome.
Didn't he spend like a bunch of years in San Quentin or something?
I don't know, but he's awesome.
And his cousin's one of the Del Toros or something? No, Robert Rodriguez is his cousin, right? That's how he got into acting. Are you still looking that up? At the speed of Apple.
Trejo's Coffee and Donuts.
No, it's really
Danny
called
Trejo
that?
does coffee and donuts with this tiny hot pink palace occupying a triangular standalone storefront with
You
its
are
diagonal
lying.
windows facing the corner of Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood.
It's pink.
A hot pink
Danny Trejo's Coffee and
hot
Donuts.
coffee donut shop.
So
Fucking
anyone in
Danny Trejo.
Santa Monica Go there and get a picture in front and share it to the Vanishing Gates page because I need to see this, or I will not be a complete person.
Danny Trejo's Coffee and Donuts, everybody.
Oh my God!
I wish to go to Trejo's Coffee and Donuts tomorrow, but I cannot take that trip.
Which one of the Dusk Before Dawn movies was he in? Was it like the third one?
He was in the first one.
There you go.
Yeah, he was. No, he wasn't in the first one. Oh yeah, he was the bartender.
No, he was a bartender. He's
He
in
was
all
the
of them,
bartender.
actually.
Yeah,
I think he
in
was in
all
every
of
one of them. Yeah, even the miniseries.
Okay,
He
I'll
makes
have
it
to
through
watch
everything.
more.
It's Danny fucking Trejo.
He's in almost everything.
He makes it through
I'm telling
everything.
you, Danny Trejo's Coffee and
I guarantee
Donuts.
you, in the Halloween, he
could have
actually
come up
lived
with
through
something
that.
better than that. He could have been like,
I guarantee you, Danny Trejo actually lived in that moment. They cut away. What happens is he actually kills Michael Myers, puts the mask on, and becomes Michael Myers. And that's the little known fact about Halloween. Danny Trejo is actually Michael Myers in that movie. He kills him and becomes him.
you're doing all of the
Danny
drugs right
Trejo.
now.
It's Danny fucking Trejo,
No,
okay?
that's not how that
Machete
works.
came alive and did kill people.
You know what? You know which one I really liked was Halloween Water. Hold on, in chat.
He's a vegan taco
He has
shop?
a vegan taco
I love
shop
Danny
too.
Trejo.
The many faces of Danny motherfucking Trejo.
That's the way. Diversify your bonds, Danny.
Diversify those. Talk about diversifying bonds. Jesus.
He's got to step to the Wu-Tang
Good
Financial.
Lord.
Shouldn't say they're going to get sued.
Yeah, don't. There ain't nothing to fuck with.
Ain't nothing to fuck with. Danny Trejo, nothing to fuck with.
Vegan taco shop. Oh, I have literally heard all of it
Just
now.
saying, Danny Trejo owns a coffee and donut shop is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right next to and a vegan taco shop.
I hope there's one. I'm looking this up.
You gonna fact check?
Yep,
doesn't.
He has a vegan taco shop.
Yep. That didn't take long. No, it took you longer to find the fucking donut shop than it did that. Is it also called Danny Trejo's Vegan Taco
He opened
Shop?
a taquiera, Trejo's Tacos in La Brea.
He did.
Trejo's Tacos, everybody.
He
in La Brea.
He just puts his name on everything. He's like Gene Simmons.
Trejo. He's not as smart. He's not as good as Gene Simmons. Let's
He's
face
not
it.
as rich, that's
Gene
damn
Simmons
sure.
was brilliant with everything he
He
did.
still is.
Did you know they had a wrestler
Oh.
called the Demon back in the WCW era?
Mm-hmm.
And they paid like $5 million to him to be able to use that because he owned the rights to the band because he bought out all his bandmates, and so he owned the rights to the images. And
Phenomenal.
so he sold WCW
Oh, look,
this
more
image for like
trick-or-treaters.
$5 to
Woohoo!
$10 million. He just made a crap ton of money off of wrestling shows. And every
Hey,
time he
guys.
appeared, they had to pay him.
Hey, look, more trick or treaters. You said we couldn't have.
Well, now we have light; they can see.
Oh, okay. Hey guys. Candy. Oh, looks like we got a werewolf and a Harry Potter.
They're my cousins.
Awesome. Hey guys.
I like
Hello.
how you just said a Harry
Hello, hey,
Potter
how's it
like
Good,
it's
how
just a
are you?
generalization.
Good. We're just doing a podcast. I'm from the yard. We do one every Halloween.
Oh, from the yard.
Yeah.
Fun.
And I had my fog machines going, but it was fogging the street, and it looked like it was actually fog.
Yeah,
on
that
the
wasn't
street.
good.
Amber, stop.
And it got kind of busy, and I didn't want there to be a car accident, so I'm gonna wait till the traffic dies down, turn them back on a little bit. But
Oh, fun. This is my sister-in-law,
hello,
Megan.
nice to meet you.
Hello.
Cool. I would get up, but I reek of cigar smoke.
No, you're good.
So yeah,
Yeah.
neighbors,
So-
they're awesome.
Have you guys gotten much of anybody? Sean said he got one.
We've had like 8. I'm gonna start sending people your way.
Yeah, Sean said he got only one. That was it.
We had somebody stop after this guy's giving me grief, saying, "Oh, they're not gonna come here," during the live stream, and then like people walked up, and this girl actually said, "You're a god," because I had the big candy bars.
He's gonna be living that one up for a while.
I am. I'm gonna live that one up for a hot minute, but so yeah, we had some.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, I bought 120 or 130 of these darn things.
Well,
But yeah,
my
we've had
cigar's
like
10.
8 or maybe 10 trick-or-treaters, I think. So, have fun. I'll start sending them your way for sure. Yeah, that was my neighbor. They're awesome. I finally have a Halloween neighbor.
What?
It's Halloween.
neighbor.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Danny Trejo's vegan tacos. This is
And
this
taco
is
shop. This is
this
what
is
we're talking about on Halloween.
have-
is Danny
have
Trejo,
no-
Trejo's tacos.
no affiliation. We're not paid for it.
But I want to promote the hell out of that.
Danny
I'm not gonna
Trejo.
lie.
If you're looking for another investment opportunity, Danny Trejo presents Vanishing Gates. Trejo's Gates.
Trejo's Gates.
We'll change this shit.
No, you know what? I would just do a straight up. I will pre-record, do pre-reel video commercial for Trejo's Tacos and Coffee Shop.
That's right. We'll do that.
If he wants to pay me,
Forward
'Cause he
that
can afford
statement
it,
to
I'm
Danny
sure-
Trejo if
certain of
anyone
that.
makes like small clips.
Yeah, if you guys know
Cut a
Danny
clip
Trejo.
out, send it to Danny Trejo if you know him.
God.
Let him know.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be interested
Send me some
tomorrow.
donuts. I'll eat them.
And yeah, we'll have donuts. Don't send us to vegan tacos though. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll eat a vegan taco.
I won't.
I'll eat most anything. Give it to me.
My food needs a face.
My food needs a face.
Just in case, if we're ever on an island alone, my food needs a face, and it's gonna be yours. In case there's no animals to eat.
You never heard of survival of the fittest? I'm probably in better shape than you, sir.
I will take you out. I'll take you out with a punji stick.
You know, if you're on an island, you can fish.
That's not the point.
Fish have faces too.
I wouldn't even look for the fish. I'd be like, no, long pig now.
Jeez. Long pig.
I'll start and finish there.
Oh man, I don't think I've done any cannibals yet with Matthew on the new project. I don't think we get that done. Oh no, we did. We talked about the guy that you brought up on that one show.
Oh yeah.
The meat stand guy.
Metheny.
Yeah.
Joe Metheny.
Joe Metheny. You guys should check that story out if you're squeamish.
I don't know how I still remember this.
Well, it's hard to forget a guy like that.
Yeah, it's kind of, I spent like a week studying him, so I was like, wow. I still know he lost custody of his children. I believe he was born
weird.
in 64.
Oh, look, more trick-or-treaters.
And he was arrested in 84.
Called winning.
Winning is getting arrested in 84 for
No,
cannibalism?
I'm talking about the trick-or-treaters.
I don't see any. What are you talking about?
They're right there.
No, they're not. They went the other way. They're gone now.
Aw.
They left.
Oh.
We should wave.
I feel like trick-or-treaters in this area are like that hot chick at the bar that kind of like looks at you for a second but doesn't really want to talk to you. So you get your hopes up and then it's just dashed.
Then
She
you're
walks
like,
out the door.
never mind. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, pretty much. Trejo's tacos. Oh man, that's the best thing. That's a Halloween miracle. It is a season of miracles, so yeah. Can we get back to horror movies though? It's kind of or some Halloween-y kind of things. Always recommend John Carpenter's The Thing. Not the remake.
Not the remake.
It's not a remake. It's a prequel.
It's
a prequel.
The entire prequel was just a setup to explain what happened in the
and
actual
rightly
movie.
so, because it was hard for some people to kind of get it.
Except it's like the thing went from like
they did it
ultra violent
wrong.
and ultra crazy to all of a sudden it's like that scene from Rogue One when Darth Vader like does this amazing stuff, and then you know what happens in A New Hope when he shows up on the ship. It's just like half done.
A whole movie of spoilers.
Yeah,
it's prequels are kind of tough that way.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. Like Rogue One, he goes and like he walks down that tunnel, and he just does all this stuff to these troops, like slams two of them on the roof and blah blah blah.
Hey guys, come on
And
over.
then I just spoiled that.
Candy.
It's all right.
It's okay. There's nothing bad over here, kiddos. Here, pick one. Here, pick one. Happy Halloween. Be safe, guys. And next door too. They're also trick or treating. Yep. So guys, yeah, The Thing is great because it ends on such a terse note. Like, it's so like, I don't know if terse is the right word for it.
No.
It's kind of a.
It ends in a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
of
definitely.
a what if scenario. Like, who is it? Is it
The Thing.
is either of that like what is it? Someone was explaining like, I have seen The Thing a long time ago, so
It gives you a choice.
yes he does. Yes he does, Nick. Thank you.
Oh, hey, Nixon. Hey, Nick. You want this out here? Oh, yeah, sure, why not?
Hey Nick, bro. Wishing you the best of luck, man. All the love, man. Man. I'm gonna say man one more time because I just said it like 12
Man.
times in my head.
So, I don't know. But again, guys, like, share with us what you guys are for Halloween, what you're dressed up as. Share your pictures. Take some Halloween costume selfies and put them up on the Facebook
Yeah,
page.
let's see
Except
your
for you,
costume.
Nick, because I don't want to see your tassels.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Sick
no.
man. Dirty.
He's
dirty
thinking
man.
about it right now, though.
He is.
He's in the
Don't-
thought pattern
don't
of it
put that
already.
on the
So go ahead
page.
and do it, Nick. You might as
Don't
well
put that
just
on the page.
just
Get
cut
out
it.
of your system.
Fish or cut bait, Nick. Let's do this.
Get your cut bait.
Let's see these pictures. Love you, man. So it's it ends with this I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's essentially like a what's happening
that movie
here
came out
scenario.
in what year?
Okay, well, yeah.
You're not gonna
So-
spoil John Carpenter's The
I
Thing.
don't remember all the names involved here, but the two that are left over.
Oh. I'm not gonna read that out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the whole
There you go, big
the
man.
whole point is Kurt Russell's character isn't the alien.
Is it? Who's the
Spoiler
guy?
alert.
I can't remember the actor
Like-
across from him. I always think it's
not
Idris
Ernie
Elba
Hudson.
when I see him.
It's
But
Idris
it's not.
Elba.
But it's not. But I just love Idris Elba so much. I just want to see him
You
in
just
everything
want it to be
now.
Idris
It has
Elba?
to be him now.
Oh man, what did you think of the Gunslinger?
If it wasn't for Idris Elba,
it wasn't
probably
really the
only good part of
gunslinger.
it, to be honest.
He
probably
was the only good part of it. Well, Matthew McConaughey did a pretty good job.
I think those are the only reasons it even had like. I didn't get to see it, but what I did see of it is that the only thing I saw that looked even interesting
So you
were
didn't
those
finish
two
it?
actors.
Okay, well no, the graphics were really cool. The CGI, the special effects were really good. The movie itself, on its own, was a good movie. But if you've read The Gunslinger, it was not a good movie. if you like The Gunslinger, you're probably not going to be a huge fan of The Dark Tower. Did they call it Dark Tower? Or they call it The Gunslinger. Because it should be the.
It's Dark Tower.
Okay, because it should be the
Dark-
Gunslinger part, the Dark Tower Part 1, The Gunslinger. Which
I think that's what it's supposed to be.
I think Stephen King was on an awful lot of drugs when he wrote that book.
The Dark Tower series?
Yeah, no, that book, The Gunslinger. I think that he was highly.
What I didn't
high.
find out until like a year ago that Stephen King wrote one of the script or wrote the book to one of my favorite all-time movies, or my favorite all-time movie, which is Shawshank Redemption. I didn't realize he wrote that under Richard Bachman. I didn't know. I never knew there was even a book about it.
Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I didn't know that either.
That was a Bachman book.
You know,
it's
they were
called the
all
Bachman
actually
books.
they were all
We had
partially
them growing
tied
up.
into the Dark Tower series. Every one of his books is somehow tied
Yeah,
into it.
everything
like
is.
when what was it?
All of his books are tied together, and that's why they're doing the Castle Rock series
What
to
was
tie
it?
everything together.
There was a movie. One of the movies. I can't. Or one of the books. One of the guy goes through Derry. I think it was. I think it was Desperation. They talk about the guy traveling through Derry and he sees some creepy eyes in the sewer. Like all these things are tied in. All of his books are tied in some way.
Well, dude, okay, so another Stephen King fun fact. Locally, Salem's Lot was filmed right down the road.
Just south of us.
South of us in Ferndale. I've actually seen the Marston
original
house.
The original.
Yeah, the original one. Did they remake Salem's Lot?
I
don't think they remade
just said
Salem's
they were
Lot.
gonna remake. Oh no, they're remaking Pet Sematary.
No, Salem's Lot was a
Pet Sematary.
vampire one.
Oh, that's right.
I've actually been
Really?
to the house. It was a
I haven't
Marston
seen
house.
Salem's
It doesn't
Lot
look
then.
anything like it does in the movie, by the way. They put a huge facade on it. Not even the same look. Even a little bit.
Nice.
There was another vampire movie back in the day where the vampires basically blood eagled themselves. You remember what that was? Like Night
Did what?
Breed or something like that?
Blood eagled themselves?
You know what the blood eagle is?
No.
It was an old Viking thing. They'd hook you down on your stomach and they'd cut your back and pull your lungs out your back. One each side. Pull one lung out each side,
I
called
don't
the
know
blood
what
eagle.
that is.
Well, these vampires, they don't really do that. They cough their lungs up into this liquidy vat of stuff. I can't remember what the movie's called. I think it's Nightbreed. Well, Nightbreed might be that Clive Barker
Sounds tasty. Really.
movie. Yeah, I don't know. Did you ever watch the Stephen King movie about the cat people? The werecats or whatever they were?
I have.
what was it
I have
called?
not had the pleasure of seeing it.
No, it was not a pleasure.
It's
I can't remember what it was
It
called.
was,
but
oh God,
guys in chat, if you remember, let me know that movie. It was an incestuous mom and son.
I know
and
what
they
it was. It was
were
cat
cats.
shapeshifters. They were
can't
like
remember what it's
They were
called, though.
shapeshifters. They were alien shapeshifters, something like that.
Mom would be pissed if she heard
um,
this conversation. I was not remembering these Stephen King
What
facts.
was it? It wasn't like the title didn't even have anything to do with them, as far as I can tell. It was like, how's this
I
gonna
can't
kill
remember
me?
what the hell it's called.
Gosh.
Sharing the Twitter. Oh God! Do not share your Coke bottle challenge to Twitter, Nick. Not on the Vanishing Gates Twitter, anyway. Unless it's under Sleepwalkers. It's called Sleepwalkers.
Sleepwalkers.
That's
there
what it's
we
called.
go. Doesn't
Ugh.
make like I don't even get the title for the movie itself because I haven't seen the movie. I'm gonna say that right now. I've seen reviews for it. I've watched reviewers, like I said. I'm a fan of Decker Shadow, Deus Deacon, and I watched those.
WTF? Fucking cat people? Yes, Sandra, you heard that
Literally
right.
fucking cat people.
Where cat people? Look it up. I'm sure it's on one of the streaming sites. It's called Sleepwalkers, and it's a mother and son,
It's not cat people.
and they're incestuous.
They're not cat people.
They're cat people.
They're not cat people.
What are they?
They are actually what is it? They're terrified of cats.
They're werecats,
They're not werecats.
or maybe they're like. Okay, there's some kind of were creature, is what it is.
No, they're shapeshifters. They take different forms.
Well, I think when they said sleepwalkers, I think somebody mistranslated skinwalker. That's my guess. Yannick Lanche. Speaking of Skinwalker, what's that movie with one of the Douglas brothers and the werewolves? Mystery Science Theater made fun of it. It's actually called Werewolf. That was good.
Just
I think it was called Werewolf.
Where a werewolf.
And yeah, that was a song from that. That they did.
Where
Oh man, I'm telling you, they're not remaking Sleepwalkers, Nick. Knock it off.
They better not. What?
Don't be a goob.
What's it gonna be? That was a terrible fucking movie. Just from the reviews alone, I was sitting there like, these are shitty. This is
So if you guys are aware of Chicago urban legends, being that Nick's in chat, you guys might want to ask him which topics he's covering this Saturday during our third installment of the Urban Legends. And we're going to talk about some Chicago stuff. He is actually right near where the Resurrection Mary story comes from.
I don't know
In
that story.
Chicago. You don't know the story of Resurrection Mary? Well, then tune into Saturday's show. Or be here. One or the other. Oh, man, I don't want to look and see that they're remaking Sleepwalkers. That's just terrible. I don't want them to do that. Sleepwalkers, that weird, incestuous, were people thing. Yeah, it's a Stephen King.
Oh, that was ages ago.
Oh,
That was during Tommyknocker time, right?
now Tommyknockers, that was a good miniseries. I like that one. That's kind of like harrowing. V. Oh man, who remembers the movie, the miniseries V?
Nobody.
They remade that as well, and I hated it because as a kid I loved it. I did hear that Sci-Fi is making a sequel to Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, I heard about that. I
Oh,
can't wait for
man.
that one. The first one was great.
Guess what? I'm not gonna fucking watch.
I love Killer Clowns.
Oh man, I don't want to watch that.
It was a good movie.
Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum
I
Overdrive.
that was my favorite movie as a kid.
Emilio!
Emilio!
Yeah, for you guys that don't know, my mother and my other brother are in the background of the show.
Oh, yeah.
While Jack is off Googling things, because I don't know why he's Googling things. I don't even know if he has Google on that phone. That Apple thing.
I do.
We were driving down. I saw a dude dressed as Shona.
Emily, my mom used to sing the Tommyknocker song to me when I was little. Really? That might be why you do what you do now. Talk paranormal. I didn't know that was
I like
actually a
Tommyknockers.
nursery rhyme. I thought that was like made up for the book.
Tommyknockers?
The Tommyknockers nursery rhyme. I knew it was like robbers. I didn't know it was Tommyknockers. Maybe robber and Tommyknocker. It must be nomenclature because she's from a different part of the country than we are. That
I
might
don't
be
know.
why.
The movie, the book Tommyknockers was good though. I liked it.
The miniseries is good.
I found it interesting.
Signing is the best miniseries.
You know what I kind of want them to remake? Lawnmower Man. But it has to be someone very competent and able. And it has to be Dustin
That's not
Hoffman
happening.
playing the Lawnmower Man. We can call him the Rain Lawnmower Man.
The rain lawnmower man.
Just call him the Wet Grass Cutter. That'd be great.
The wet lawn.
So many
man.
people are not going to get that joke right now.
I mean,
Yeah, Peter.
Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Yeah, one
The
of my
costume
friends
is so played out now.
showed
though.
up earlier, and there's that meme going
Seen
around
so
with a
many
guy
people do
dressed with a shirt that says Peter and his girlfriend dressed like a pumpkin. Well, my friend and her girlfriend walked by earlier, and she had orange paint on her face, and I didn't see that until I walked up and gave her a hug. It just made it that much better. Pristine. I'm kind of pissed I didn't think of it.
I was gonna come as Doug Watabe after the breakup. Just the pants and the shirt with the boombox, disheveled. Where's your brother? I don't want to talk about it.
Don't talk about the goose goblin. Oh man.
Brothers? No.
Maybe a Mexican, maybe Danny Trejo. Yeah, chat comments are on fire tonight.
I'm just saying, Danny Trejo having his own coffee and donuts is best. It's best. It's the
I
best
seriously want him to sponsor this show with Danny Trejo's Coffee and Donuts.
I think he went
Presents
so violent, he just
Vanishing
Or
Gates.
Trejo's Vegan Tacos.
He's just bringing back for his
I'm totally
violence.
down
He's
for
bringing
that.
back love to the community with the
He's trying to like break it down. He's like,
He's
I've
like-
killed enough people on film.
He's like Bob
And in
Ross
San
after
Quentin.
the military. I'm never gonna yell again.
Bob Ross after the military. I'm never gonna yell
He's a
again.
drill sergeant.
Where did that come
He was
from?
known for being the
Is that?
last.
Did I just? Is that?
He
Are
literally
you
said-
stealing someone's stand-up line, Jesse? Like, is that what's happening right now?
No, that's really what happened.
It's amazing.
He seriously stopped after military. He's like, I don't want to yell ever again.
It's gonna make happy little trees with sniper roosts.
This will be our little secret back here with a little.
Oh man,
nice little gun
secret little
stand back
woodshed.
here.
Like,
You know
oh
what would be
man,
a really good
Little
movie
sentry
to
right
do?
here.
The Bad Place.
the bad
The
place.
stand was a good
Stephen
one.
King. They've already done it and they did it
What's
well.
the
They
bad
know what they're
place?
doing.
Why do I
The
not know
Bad
that?
Place.
How do I not know the bad place? Is that from the Monkey Chimes? And not? Yeah.
That's where the kid goes.
Well, anyway. That's where the Kinko's is.
What was the kid?
The
What was
bad
the one
place.
where they were
They did. Hey, did you see the Odd Thomas movie they did? That Dean Koontz thing?
Which one?
Odd Thomas. Did you see that one?
I didn't like the ending of that. That's the one I didn't like the ending of. Was Odd Thomas.
It was just like the book.
I did not like the ending.
It was just like the book.
It was a good movie. I didn't like the ending.
That's how the book ended.
It's a series, Odd Thomas.
Odd Thomas.
Odd Thomas is an amazing book.
I've never seen
The movie itself was good. It was
okay,
much like the book.
But it wasn't as good as it could have
You know-
been. But the books, the whole series, oh my god.
The Dark Tower, that was a
amazing.
good one.
Best Koontz books ever.
Dude, I'm thinking we just need to get Mom on to do her own little thing about horror movie books and movie comparisons, because that would be dope.
Dark Tower.
I might set that up.
Movie.
I might have M's comparison show or something. Horror movie books and movies. Horror books and movies. You know what was very much like the book was Sphere.
That was
Michael
good.
Crichton's. You can actually, I actually tested it and took my copy of Sphere and was reading it while I was watching the movie, and it was very similar. Very similar. Congo was absolutely nothing like the book.
No.
The book Congo is a good book, but it's a very difficult read. It's full of technical jargon. It has almost nothing to do with the movie. In fact, the movie was absolutely nothing like the book.
Separated from the book, I liked the movie.
Yeah, the movie itself was good. But again, Tim Curry was in it, saving grace. And Ernie Hudson was in it.
Needful Things was another good one. I'll remind you.
What was that remake? Legion they did. The one with the what was that made-for-TV series they did for Stephen King
Tom Gordon. That's
with Linoge?
Desperation.
That's one of my favorite things of all time. Give me what I want, and I'll go away.
Yeah, what was that? What was that movie called? It was about Roanoke, Virginia. And then it's a demon that would come in and...
Give me what I want, and I'll go away. Linoge.
yeah.
What's the show? It's a miniseries with Stephen King.
Storm of the Century.
Storm of the Century. That was a good miniseries. I liked that one. That was okay.
That was good. I don't know.
You know what I hated was that remake of...
The Fog.
The Fog.
Oh, the
Talk about the
trash.
most
Depressing ending in the
garbage
history of
effects.
mankind.
Tom Jane needs to turn in his man card permanently.
Mr. Mercedes.
Oh, he was a crying, disheveled, super non-heroic hero in that movie. He was the worst protagonist I've seen in a long time. I know this movie's been out for a while, but the ending itself, be prepared just to get shit-faced drunk and not do anything else the rest of the night. It's a terrible, terrible movie. I will, again, I think I suggested it last time we did a movie review. There's a film called Grabbers that you guys can find. I think it's still on Netflix.
No,
It's an Irish horror movie. It's a comedy horror from Ireland. And it's phenomenal. It's hilarious. You can't take it seriously. The CGI is meh, but again, it's an Irish film. And you got to be able to keep up with the Irish humor, which is fine. It won't be hard with this movie compared to some of the other movies that I've watched from Ireland.
I'm trying to think of any other movie that I've seen recently that's good. I don't watch a lot of movies because I play games all the time.
Well, we can talk about older movies you've seen too. We're not talking about newer ones. Or even horror books you've read.
I'm playing Madden. There's a horror story behind that.
Yeah, the whole game.
Yes, actually. Someone discovered that the game is actually rigged so that you pay money to play this game.
Oh.
You can pay money to buy cards,
No.
right?
No.
It's called Madden Ultimate Team. Well, they figured it out that if you play it, it will game the system so that if you're winning too much, you lose.
Wait, what is it called?
It's Madden 19.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I know they did the algorithm to where...
Yeah, they changed the algorithm so that way it will force you to lose, and if you're losing too much, it will force the other team, even if they're like an A+ team, to start to lose on purpose, so they can't make it to the end zone.
They should
so they can't
only
beat
do that
you.
if you're the Oakland Raiders.
Dude, my friends were
Well, I mean,
complaining
that's
about that.
Or the
that's in real life. The
Las
Oakland
Vegas
Raiders can't make it
now?
to the end, so it's okay.
Well,
They just
Patriots
keep
can
getting
just
rid
have
of their
The
players.
Patriots,
so.
yeah.
They
The
can shut
Patriots
the
will
film
always
out.
win in Madden, period. They just happen.
The only team that wins in Madden is the Patriots, or in real life, apparently.
All right, I'm just choosing
Deflated
Patriots.
balls all the way.
know
We've
what?
digressed.
We've lost the plot.
All right,
here.
let's go back to horror
Stressed
movies and
that
stuff.
a little bit there, my bad.
If you want to talk horror video games, we can do horror video games too. Because
I'm damn
I'm-
good at that.
like
Call
I
of
said,
Cthulhu is getting ready to come out.
they're making a
Call of Cthulhu is getting ready to come out.
Lovecraft
It's going to be
game.
an adventure.
Yeah.
I've not played Outlast.
I've played Outlast.
I have not.
It's like Clock Tower.
Outlast is
Do you remember
pain
Clock Tower?
in the ass. Yeah, I remember Clock
I
Tower.
played Resident Evil 7. I beat that finally.
I don't like Outlast because I don't like being in a
thought it was
situation
okay.
where I can't
Resident Evil 2 is
fight.
coming out.
I cannot wait for the remastered Resident Evil 2. It looks great.
They're making a
It
new
looks
Resident Evil
freaking.
2?
It's
better not
it's
change
gonna
the
play
cameras.
like it's gonna play kind of like
better fix
they
them
are.
and turn it to first
They
person
are a
like
little
they
bit, a little
should.
bit. Okay, so it's gonna play
Oh,
like
God.
Resident Evil 7. Kind of. I think it's Resident Evil 4 or 5. It's gonna play like
Wasn't
that. So it's
7
kind of like the tank view. You know, the
First
tank
person view?
controls, where you where the tank controls kind of. It's gonna be kind of like that, but it's gonna be where it's over shoulder versus
Man, I
like
hate
hallways.
third-person views. It
But
drives me crazy.
apparently, like you can get boards. You can get boards, and you can board up windows so zombies can't get into certain areas. But you only get like a limited amount.
Yeah, they copied that from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They admitted that.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the thing, I don't think you can actually tear the boards down. I don't think they can get in permanently. I think it's like a permanent lock. I hope they do justice to this game because Resident Evil 2 is awesome. Leon Kennedy is the best.
He was
Period.
the only
Period.
character
The
that
best
should have
character in
ever
Resident
been
Evil
in the movies.
Resident Evil 2.
That was the best Resident Evil
However,
game.
I will say in Resident Evil 4, it makes no sense that the president's daughter was kidnapped and they said Leon Kennedy instead of, I don't know, the entire military.
Or
compound.
Yeah, that was
Time.
also weird.
The first thing that would have happened, if someone kidnapped
Oh, what
any
about those Mila
president's
Jovovich
daughter?
movies of Resident
Yeah, I
Evil?
know.
Oh,
my
God.
Talk about an
Garbage
international
on
incident.
Fire. Garbage on fire.
It's not even
The
close.
Oh,
Resident
those
Evil
movies
movies were
sucked.
terrible.
Psychic and
Not a
powerful.
single one of them was good. There was
No,
nothing
they all
redeeming about any
suck.
of them.
Every
Nothing
single
about
one of
them
them
was
was
good at
terrible.
all.
Terrible.
Nothing about it. There was no
Nothing.
And she gets
redeeming factor to
superpowers.
any of
What was
them.
that
Well,
crap?
Wesley has. He doesn't even have. Wesker doesn't have superpowers.
There's a video game that outlays a perfect example of what you can do instead
about
of
that-
going about this outlay.
What about that
or
Silent
the
Hill
books?
movie
There
they
are
made?
books about it.
Oh,
What about the Silent Hill movie they made?
They
That
know
was
what?
also
was
bad.
That was one of my favorite games of all time.
It had-
The only cool
it was
thing
done
is
beautifully.
the town. That's it. The town was the only thing cool
Well, it's
about
based
that.
off
Yeah,
that
they did it
town
perfect.
in Pennsylvania, Centralia.
And it was
No.
both of those movies had jumbled
Yeah.
storylines.
Yes.
Both of
That
those
was
movies
actually
were so messed up
Based
because they
off
took like
Centralia,
small
Illinois, or
chunks
Pennsylvania.
of the
you're
actual
talking
game. That was
about
it.
the town,
Just
yeah.
small chunks of the game. It was terrible. It was just absolutely terrible.
Oh, look, more trick-or-treaters,
The
motherfucker.
truth of Silent Hill is that Silent Hill is actually just a mental state.
Well, no,
You don't go to the town comes to you. when
No,
you're
no,
there.
no, no, no.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's. I think it was.
They were all bad
It's
movies.
purgatory.
Yeah, they were.
All right, let's-
The point is Silent Hill is your
All right,
purgatory.
okay,
You're
all right,
lost in
so
purgatory.
we got to make sure we don't cuss too much because kids are coming for trick-or-treating, so we have to be a little more
Maybe we don't know.
polite with our. I don't like to cuss in front of kids too much.
But the point is that it's the point
Unless
is
they're
Silent Hill
stupid.
is actually purgatory. You're just trapped in an endless loop and you're committing the same thing over and over again.
And it's also
It's a
supposed
state
to be
of death.
psychological.
Yeah, it's a state of death. It's a state of all these people trapped in between these horrible
Yeah, but it's
situations
supposed to be
and
psychologically.
yeah, it's basically a twisting of all the things. Like the less of the main character just twists everything that was bad for your life, and
Hey,
then
go
uses
tell them
it
we
to,
have
like,
big candy bars.
Did you guys hear about the new games the new game that's coming out? It's supposed to put you actually in the mental mindset of a psychopathic murderer and stuff. They actually make you do things.
all of us are already
You know,
there.
it's
We're just
creepy.
a half an inch
Actually,
from it.
No, this
I,
one, I
guys,
think
guys, I
mine-
want to take a moment here and just, I want to think about this for a second. I just asked mom to yell at a bunch of kids, "Hey, we have the big candy bars over here," and in all honesty, probably not the best thing to yell.
We got the big candy bar.
I'm just gonna next year instead of doing decorations, I'm just gonna get an old rusted, beat up van and park it in my yard with a big spray paint sign that says "Free Candy." See if
That's
that
the
does
real
anything.
horror. You don't need decorations.
you see
Just
that-
park a big white van in
Did
your
you ever
yard
see that
with
meme where
candy
the
spray
van's
painted on the
parked out
side,
there and it says "Free Candy" on it?
and then
It
have
said-
like an open door you hand candy out of.
Did you ever see that meme where it's like it has a van that says "Free Candy" on it? It says it was like, if you remember this from your childhood sucked. Not funny.
What was it? The ice cream man
Not
with
funny. Oh yeah, with
Again, I didn't see it, but I saw a review for it last night.
I did watch it, and that's a really disturbing film. It's Ron Howard's brother, the goofy-looking one.
Oh yeah, he's
I
awesome.
can't remember his name.
I love that guy.
I feel so bad for him because
Ron Howard's brother? Yeah, Ron
he
Howard's
looks-
brother. Yeah, yeah. It's what's his name? It's
he
Glenn?
looks exactly like
Ron Howard,
Rocky
who's on
Dennis
He looks exactly
From
like that
Mask.
kid
What's
from
his
that
name?
Star
It's,
Trek
Dennis is
episode.
better looking than that.
from Mask. He looks just like the guy from
His
Mask.
name is
He's better.
Clyde Carl
Uh,
Howard Clint
Clint
Howard.
Howard.
Clint
yeah,
Howard.
that's it. Clint.
No, you remember
Clint
the
Howard,
last
yeah.
one, Ron Howard when he was
I like
inside
Clint
Star
Howard.
Trek,
I don't know. Sorry.
When he played the little kid.
Yeah.
with the bald cap.
The little
Yeah.
child.
Oh man,
That shit was so crazy.
that poor kid.
I know he was ugly.
He got
He was given the ugly stick from right coming out.
He fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. That poor bastard.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not an attractive
He
person,
rolled down the ugly hill
But-
and down to the ugly lake.
man.
I am, so I can say it as much as I want. Woohoo!
Will Wheaton.
Will we?
Will Wheaton. I loved that meme that Will Wheaton posted. If anyone says "Shut up, Wesley" one more time, I'm fucking deleting them from my Twitter and stuff. He got all upset, and then the next thing that happens is Patrick Stewart texts him, "Shut up, Wesley."
Yeah. Notice those trick-or-treaters did not make their way back here after you yelled, "Hey, we have big candy bars over here."
They were in that house over there. They went in that
Oh, they went in the house. They
I
might already been by.
I wanted to share
I don't know.
that Patrick Stewart moment with everybody because I felt it was good.
That's
You know
pretty
what,
good.
one with
Oh,
Scott,
man.
This is a
So-
little bit different. When Scott Bonner, when he was playing in Scotland, and the entire crowd, he's like, everyone be quiet. Every time I clap, a child dies.
Oh, good, yay!
Stop clapping, you sick bastard!
Every time I clap, a child does. Stop fucking clapping!
I don't know. I think my favorite thing I ever saw from a picture was a guy went to a Kanye West concert, and he had a big blow-up flag of Kim Kardashian giving Ray J a blowjob. That was probably the best thing I've ever seen. Poor Kanye.
Right as a group
But-
of little kids walk by, just stare at you.
I know, right? Anyway, back to Halloween and horror
No more
movies.
rap
Good
stuff.
grief.
Oh my god.
I didn't even carve a pumpkin this year, guys. I've been that far behind on the times.
I've been working so much recently.
starting a new job and stuff, and then trying to get everything converted over to podcast format and trying to get more shows done. It's been much. So my Halloween decorations are not as great as usual. Sorry. You guys can't see any of them from here, which is fine.
Yeah, no, you can't see nothing. You can see the lights. behind
they're
us.
all the other direction of the camera. Maybe I'll share pictures later on the page. But more
No,
trick or
no,
treat
trick or
tests.
treating. No,
All
trick,
right,
no,
more
'cause
trick or
there's
treat.
not enough lights.
You are wrong.
We
Cool.
need less. we need
So
more
anyway,
lights.
more
More
horror
of them.
movies to suggest. Oh, have you seen any of the previews for the new Predator movie?
I've heard about it, and I'm gonna say that the new Predator
That's a
movie
great
apparently is-
costume.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
I'm gonna say that the newest Halloween. No, what am I talking about? Predator.
The new Predator movie.
I did see reviews for that, and everybody was saying the same thing. It was garbage.
I don't want to hear it's garbage, man.
What
Garbage.
about Prometheus?
Garbage.
Garbage.
Prometheus was
Garbage.
garbage.
Not like Prometheus.
It took 95 years to watch.
I heard they taped. I
You
heard
could
they
have
typed
cut an
together-
hour and a half out of that 2-hour movie, and it would have been a better movie.
I mean, it's like because the problem is that was it
They
Ridley
couldn't tie
Scott?
They couldn't tie it together.
I think
But-
it was Ridley Scott, right?
Well,
who
look what they're
did
doing with Cloverfield.
Prometheus?
Yeah.
I think
I
it was Ridley
haven't
Scott,
seen
but
it.
whoever
I
was,
don't
whichever
know.
one it was like, I'm pretty sure it's
saw
Ridley
the
Scott.
old one and I
He had like
wasn't
this
impressed.
ideal for like the universe in Alien and stuff like that, and what he wanted was he wanted all this shit to happen, and they wouldn't let him do it originally, and so they gave him Prometheus now, and he just tried to make all of it at once, and the backstory was just garbage.
Twice.
Yeah,
I made
twice.
2 of them.
Two horror stories
engineers.
besides the Stephen King ones that I like, and you probably don't like Gothica. Amazing.
Garbage movie. Gothica's
No.
garbage.
No, it was
Only
not
'cause it
because
has-
I'll tell you what, if
Jennifer
you-
because
Lawrence.
it did
Okay,
what horror movies do. It twisted it.
It
out
had
of
Halle
something
Berry,
we're not expecting.
And it had the
Holly
cross-dressing
Berry.
brother from Drew Carey in it, which he played an
And-
amazing bad guy, by the way.
The Messengers.
The Messengers is okay.
That
Nicole
was a
Kidman,
good
meh.
one.
Well, not Nicole.
That
That's not the
girl-
No,
Nicole
no.
Kidman.
Short girl
That's the
with-
other.
best
I'm
horror
thinking
movie
of
I've
the
ever
other.
seen
That's
is
the
The
only one I've
Others.
ever seen.
Kristen Stewart.
The
That's what we're
Others
talking about.
is
the
one of my
Messengers.
favorite movies of all time.
The Others was
The Others
garbage.
is one of my favorite of all time.
Gothica was the movie itself was okay, especially if you're really into out of shape naked women
Welcome.
in a group shower in a mental institution. That was the most frightening part and disturbing part of the entire film.
What about
You know what? I
Visit
didn't even
with the
remember that part
grandparents?
because
I didn't see The
kinda
Visit.
skip over that.
That's
you know,
Shyamalan, I
kinda
think.
turn my eye away.
I have.
I like Devil by Shyamalan.
Oh,
so-
the one about the elevator? Yeah. That was good.
The one about the elevator. So
Jelly
I
side down,
actually-
everybody.
Okay,
I actually got to meet, and I don't know if it's got to meet M. Night Shyamalan. I met M. Night Shyamalan. He came to a bar I was working at. Very cool guy, very polite, very talkative.
Did you inform him the movies have gone downhill and that he did
No,
Last
I
Airbender
did
and
not.
now
I
he
did
sucks?
not. I did tell him that
And I
I
hope he
really
burns
liked.
in a fire.
I told him I really liked Devil and I really liked Signs. That's all I said.
I like Signs.
I didn't even want to start on the fucking Village. Don't get me started on the Village. I don't know what the hell he was thinking when he did the Village.
Don't even go there.
Anybody that likes the Village drives me out of my fucking mind.
I thought it was a beautiful
It's a
movie.
fake fucking horror movie.
It's a great movie.
There's nothing horror about that movie.
Great movie.
The Village was garbage on fucking fire. It was good for half the
I
movie,
understand.
and then it became an abomination unto the Lord of cinema.
Okay, no, you're not.
Lord?
The Wicker
The
Man.
Lord, because I was
The
gonna
Wicker Man was
transition
trash.
into.
That was trash.
The original
Wicker Man is
That one should have been shot.
I was gonna.
Remember?
I
The
said
director
Lord
should
because
have been shot on the
hey,
spot.
okay. I wanted to transition into the next movie when I said Lord about Medea's Boo, Tyler Perry's Boo. That shit was funny as crap.
Anything Medea
Not a
does
horror
is
movie.
funny.
The Tyler Perry movie, it's not really a horror movie.
I'm
It's
saying it.
really funny.
Don't
It is.
watch the movie.
I think
watch
her son
the
is funnier.
play.
Except for
I
Boo,
like
watch
plays
Boo
too.
because they only did
her son,
the
Tyler
movie
Perry's a
Boo.
lot funnier.
The play.
It's a Halloween
Can we
movie.
please
do
hold
the
on?
same thing, but
Can we
the
back
play's so
up
much better.
and please talk about the Wicker Man
No.
No.
and the bees?
No.
and the bees.
No.
Okay,
Neither
not
one
the
of them.
bees, everybody.
The fact that Nicolas Cage agreed to do The Wicker Man after having read the script makes me so upset with Nicolas Cage. I can't fucking breathe.
Jason,
Sorry,
Manos.
into a dark place.
And
Yes.
the fate.
Classic. Manos: The Hands of Fate is a
Mystery
classic.
Science Theater with this then.
I've watched it without MST3K. And if you
Lord.
guys have watched Manos: The Hands of Fate without Mystery Science Theater 3000, and you
How'd you
can
do it?
sit through it and talk to me about it, I will send you
I was a
something
child
for
and I
free.
felt like
will
I
send
wanted
you
to die.
some Vanishing Gates paraphernalia for
send you a
free. If you have seen Manos: The Hands of Fate without Mystery Science Theater,
Can still talk.
I will send you a sticker or something in the mail for
That
free
is,
or something.
that is one of the only movies that have ever made me
And
like
you
want
have
to
to be
die
able to
inside.
converse with me about this movie though.
Manos Hands of Fate.
Manos has a fate. Worst movie
You
ever.
have
Watch the
to
film
be able
theory.
to.
Watch the film theory on the Blair
Wicker Man
Witch.
is better.
Siberia.
10 times. No, Wicker Man is 10
Did you
times
watch that
better
movie
than
Troll Hunter?
Troll Hunted?
Yeah, it's a found footage film from I want to say
Stupid.
Denmark or Norway.
Dalen Hunter versus
I don't know.
It was okay, so it's bad CGI, and they try to make it look like it's real. Of course, it's found footage. And actually, the movie itself, if you can get over the garbage CGI, the storyline's not terrible. It's actually an interesting story.
like.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so one of the things I don't like recently is this Cloverfield series.
I didn't like any of.
I don't like it.
Movies.
Sucks.
I didn't see 10
I'm
Cloverfield
out.
Lane. I've heard that one's okay.
I've actually not seen it, and I've heard it's terrible.
Yeah. I know. Like, my mom and my brother in the background while we're doing the show is pretty funny because they're just going off on their own tangent.
Look,
Pet Cemetery. Hey, you know that movie
Cloverfield
was
sucks.
creepy. Definitely. The kid in that movie, holy crap! In Pet Cemetery, that was phenomenal acting from that little guy. And the movie wasn't as good as the book, of course, but it was still pretty good. So Pet Cemetery, because it got brought up in chat for those of you who can't see chat, i.e. anyone's listening on the podcast format or on the YouTube channel, because we're doing this on a Facebook live stream. Eventually, I'm going to have to figure out how to do like multiple live streams so we can just do it all over the board, you know?
yeah.
I'm not sure how to do that. We'll have to figure that out. You're just so preoccupied with your phone. What about the Scream? Did you watch the Scream television series at all that MTV put out?
No.
Man,
'Cause I didn't even like the series. I didn't like the movies.
man, I don't know. I kind of want to watch it, and I kind of also don't because I have a bad feeling about it. Like I said, I did see that Scream Queens
Fear
thing.
was
I gotta
good.
finish that one. Fear?
The old
with,
Fear series?
Oh, yeah, that one. Where they go to the haunted house places and
Yeah.
stuff. That
I
was
always liked that
okay.
was
I
good.
thought you
It's
meant
'cause
the movie Fear with Marky Mark.
I was young, so I believed it. Oh, no.
And the guy that played Grissom from CSI was in it too. That was a good movie.
I'm trying to think of any like horror movies I actually liked.
It's not really a horror movie. That's a suspense movie.
Horror movie. Here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of horror movies. I just don't like them generally.
Well-
They do one or two things in horror movies are they're jump scares
We
or they're
can
shock
also do
thriller.
thrillers
They're not
and
really like
suspense. You don't have to
build-ups.
just do straight up horror movies, man.
They're not really build-ups. You know,
How about that one Hide and Seek with Robert De Niro? That was a
Didn't see it.
creepy ass movie.
I didn't see it.
I don't remember the girl's name in it, but that was creepy, dude. I suggest that one. I don't suggest The Tall Man at all. The Tall Man was garbage. Terrible movie. It wasn't a scary movie.
wasn't that good.
And you
That
guys
wasn't
all
that
by
good.
now know how much I hate The Babadook. That movie pissed me off so much.
Tall Man wasn't
So bad.
Mother sucked.
Man.
Tall Man was bad.
Mother, okay,
Um,
I had people on another group that I'm on online, like, so I'm part of this thing because I do my home haunt thing. I do like haunted house stuff. I love to do that stuff. And there was a question, like they wanted like horror movies. And so people were listing these movies, and I was just like bashing on anyone that listed them. Not trying to be mean, but I'm just like, anybody that says this, you should just ignore kind of
But
thing.
there aren't a lot of good horror movies.
There are, you just gotta find them. So,
there
but
aren't.
Mother was not a good movie. I don't.
It
You
has-
will never make me think Mother is a good movie. It
What
had
is the-
moments.
What is the happy ending to Mother? Like, you stop, you look at the ending of Mother, you're just like, okay, there's no happy ending here, and now you have to explain why you
There's
have
a
one but not
pseudo-happy-
the other.
It's a happy ending.
Okay, there is one thing. There is one thing I liked about the movie.
Much
They just
like-
had her floating in the
Mother's
background.
happy ending, without spoilers, Mother's happy ending was like
That it
getting a
ended.
happy ending at a Chinese massage therapy place, and her glove was made of sandpaper. That's Mother's happy ending.
Or you didn't tip
You
correctly.
still get off, but it's not going to feel good when you're done. That's all there is to it.
No.
That was a weird description. I'm gonna walk away from
That was
it.
incredibly accurate. Incredibly accurate.
There were moments in Mother that was kind of creepy.
There's creep factor. That's
That's
it. That was
yeah,
the best part.
that's what I like. The creep.
I don't like.
Most of the movies can't give me even a creep
Movies
feeling.
aren't scary,
The
yeah.
movie itself I could have done without, but there was some creep.
Yeah, because they were like.
The
they
Conjuring
said-
series
they said they were
sucks.
like-
Annabelle, those movies.
I know we're just
Annabelle,
bashing on
whatever,
horror movies for
those
Halloween
suck.
time right now.
Well, they're obsessed with this. Oh, sudden image and loud noise. Oh, you're scared. And the thing I liked about Mama or
I
Mother
love Lamp.
when she's in the back. Yeah, the shot
factor
factor.
is all
I
that
loved
they
it when she was
built.
just floating in the background, just floating there. Nothing.
Oh, it
even
had some
creepy,
good
just
stuff.
floating. That
It
was
had some good
creepy.
visual effects.
That was a smart move on my part. I think that was a smart move on their part.
I just want to go back to one of my favorite lines because you mentioned Maximum Overdrive earlier. One of my favorite lines in that movie ever. We made you.
Yelling at the chair.
And then
The one with the
like
clown face.
that was phenomenal writing and casting for sure.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, really. It's all
Alfie?
good.
No,
Was
all
it?
good.
You're magical, Trumpy.
there was some, oh man, yeah, Pod People. That's a good one to watch.
Oh,
If you want some campy movies.
No.
So I do want to bring up the original Hell House, Haunting a Hill House. I mean,
You know,
Haunting a Hell House with Rodney.
Dangerfield.
No.
Rodney
Rodney
Dangerfield.
Dangerfield.
That'd be.
a
I
great
just
movie.
can't get no respect from this house.
No respect.
My ex-house left me.
Actually,
She
that
found a
was
better lot.
Sounds like
The Haunting of
sounds
Hill
like
House.
Rodney Dangerfield.
It's not Hell House, Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House.
That
Haunted.
movie was well done.
Then there was House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah, that was
No,
the
it
remake
was
was with
Haunting
Owen
of
Wilson.
Hell House.
The best part of that movie was Owen Wilson's head getting ripped off by that chimney flue.
Oh, okay. What about
Hill House
Yeah.
is a
Amityville
totally
Horror?
different movie.
I know, it's two different movies.
Legend of Hill
What about the
House.
original Amityville Horror?
Amityville's kind of meh.
The original, not that good.
Okay, so Phantasm,
House on the left.
the first Phantasm movie was pretty good. Angus, the guy that played the tall man in that, the mortician.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a creepy mofo for sure.
He's always creepy.
That's like I think the only series he's ever acted in. That was his first
That
acting
movie,
job.
That movie, your Aunt Eileen pulled your Uncle Mark's arm out of his socket because she was jumping so hard she had a hold of his shoulder, and she dislocated his shoulder. So yeah, scared the piss out of him.
That's funny. That's really funny.
I thought
I
so.
didn't think that movie was scary at all. I thought it was cool.
Sitting in the front seat crying, and I was laughing.
It's like Child's Play. I never understood Child's Play, dude. Child's Play always just. Well, I just never understood it because I would just punt the little bastard. He's a doll. He weighs fucking like 24 ounces at most.
Yeah. But he can
I
get you
drink
in your
beers heavier than Chucky. Just kick him out the fucking window.
But he can get you in your
Exactly.
sleep. And he's been inside your house doing horrible things, and you already suspect him, so why not leave him in your house while you sleep?
Yeah, but if you take his body away, he's disembodied and can't do shit. So.
Well, they still kill him.
You know.
You know what you should do? Just dress him in a little girl
You know what
dress. Have tea parties with him.
I do have a guilty pleasure movie I want to talk about. I want you to come up with a guilty pleasure horror movie because I have one. I really like the Jason X movie.
Troll.
Yeah.
I did. I like
The
Jason-
original Troll.
Troll?
The original
Really?
Troll.
Okay, Troll.
I
that's
love the
fine.
original
So
Troll.
funny.
Harry Potter was awesome in that movie.
Trolls 2. Remember Trolls 2?
Little known fact, there was a Harry Potter in Troll. The dad's name was Harry Potter and his son was Harry Potter Jr.
Here's
And
a fun fact.
Harry
Trolls
Potter
2,
Jr. went to a
nothing
magical
do with
world.
Trolls.
Yeah.
Trolls 2, nothing to do with Trolls.
No, this
It's
one's
a
not-
mailbox
this
spelled
one isn't so much
backwards.
horror, this one is-
Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
This one isn't so much horror, but it's still a good one. The Time Bandits.
No.
Oh,
The
that
parents
was
at the very
crazy.
end, don't touch it! And they reach in the microwave and they touch the body part and they'll explode and die.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
that
Time
was-
Bandits.
That was a
Yeah.
fucked up. It was a
That
kid's
was
movie.
Warwick Davis was in that too,
That
wasn't
was
he?
not a kid's movie, man.
That wasn't,
I'm
that
trying to
was a
think.
horror movie. That
The
was
Leprechaun.
Actually,
It wasn't a horror, but it was a great
my
I'm
my
a leprechaun.
a movie I really
Jennifer
like that I
Aniston
guess
did
would be
Leprechaun, which
That
was
Warwick
amazing.
Davis and,
Yeah.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah. Wait.
I think it was Val Kilmer.
No, you're thinking.
What?
You're thinking.
Willow.
Time Bandits with the
Willow.
It was Val Kilmer, yeah.
He was in Time Bandits?
Yeah.
Val Kilmer's in Time Bandits?
Yeah.
I don't know.
remember that.
I know he was in Willow.
He was
but-
Mad Mardigan in,
No,
in Willow.
No, he was in Time Bandits too.
Oh,
the dude
man.
that was- the dude
I
that
don't know
was
if you
in
guys
Willow
can hear the
Willow.
background. My mother and my other brother
Willow,
talking,
that was
but
Willow.
man, they're just going off. Yeah, no. I don't know if Mad Mardigan was in Time Bandits. I don't remember Time Bandits well enough. I remember Ice Pirates.
I'll check it out.
Oh my god, what the shit.
Yeah, there was
Oh,
no
that was-
horror there. That was sci-fi.
Oh no, that movie was horror.
Yeah, it was.
Would aliens
Horrifying.
classify? Would Alien classify as horror or
Alien
sci-fi?
is horror. Alien sci-fi horror.
Top Gun.
Sci-fi horror is still part of
Aliens,
horror.
AC Did anyone ever play
Aliens-
Alien
Aliens
Isolation?
is one of the
Amazing movie.
greatest movies. Alien and
Best,
Aliens.
yeah.
Legally Blonde.
Two of the best movies ever made.
Legally
Well, that
Blonde
is
was a
horror
great one.
movie.
Legally Blonde was a great. That's where I learned the word mens rea. Okay.
Do you remember Disturbing Behavior?
And that if you get your
Sean
hair
Connery?
like curled or something, and within a week if you wash it, it's gonna just wash all
do,
that
do
out.
you, do you remember Disturbing Behavior
Oh God.
with Joshua Hartnett?
Just
Hold on, there's one I just thought of.
It was popular because that it made that Harvey Danger Flagpole Cedar song popular.
I'm trying to think of a
talking
movie.
about
There's a
Idle
movie I
Hands.
like that's a horror movie that.
Oh no, that wasn't
It's
Disturbing
actually
Behavior.
a real guilty
It was the other one. It was
pleasure.
there was that other movie that
what
did
is
the
it?
Flagpole Sita song, and it wasn't Disturbing Behavior. It was the one with Jon Stewart and the aliens had gotten into the teachers. That was all.
Odd
That was
People?
also a Josh Hartnett movie, actually.
No, that's The Faculty.
The Faculty, yes, that one. Excellent movie.
Too.
That movie was awesome.
Stupid.
I still love that movie.
Stupid.
Do you remember Dr. Giggles?
No.
Oh man, watch Dr. Giggles. Dude, The Asylum. If you guys ever want to like really yank your throat out of your own mind, yank your own throat out, watch
Suspicion?
the Dark Asylum or The Asylum.
Old movie they're remaking right now is Suspiria.
Oh yeah, where it's the dance one.
Suspiria, the dance one.
Yeah, it's-
The original apparently is a really
It's
great
about
movie.
feminists.
I haven't
What
seen it.
the
I've
hell?
seen a review of it. It's
about
good.
feminists, an
When I
actual
saw
dance
the
movie,
review,
like
it was
each
really good.
person represents a part of the body, and they actually it's this thing where they're making a demon
What?
out of feminist dance. You know the art dance where they're doing this?
But
It's not feminist
I don't
dance.
think
It's
anyone
called
cares
expressive
what it
dance.
is. Expressive dance.
Yeah, it's
Expressive
like,
dance.
so
What
it's-
are you,
it's-
feminist
it's this
dance?
whole- it's this whole-
Congratulations.
What's wrong with you?
It's
You're
this
medium
room, it's
lost.
this room full of chicks, and they're
Yeah.
all doing it, and like she asks, the main chick asks.
Why did I
this one
bring
chick,
up
she's like, "What part do you
Suspiria?
want to be?" And she starts breaking.
I don't
and you're
know.
like, what the
You should have
fuck?
done that in front of him.
No. Suspiria is a story about. Well, no, that'll just spoil the movie. Don't worry about it. Suspiria, it's a good movie. Watch it. It's
told
the
you about
original.
French class.
I saw a review of it because I'm a fan of like the cinema review shows, and I actually want to watch it. I'm waiting to watch it, so I suggest everybody else watch it first and tell me how it is.
I do want to say this though, because I've been watching this YouTube channel
Oh, what is
that
it?
I've really been liking. And
Oh,
I
I
do
just
want to.
knew-
I want to give a shout out. I haven't talked to these guys about it, but I do want to give a shout out. Check out Cinema for Cynics.
What is it?
That's hilarious.
the
Those
one
guys
with
are great. They're actually
not
knowledgeable.
John Cleese, not John. It's the one where they're all in like this motel, and they're trapped in this motel, and none of them get out. They can't drive away. They can't escape. It's like a kid, like a couple women, a couple men, and it's like they're all dying slowly. I can't remember what it is. It's one word. It's a single word name. God,
Stupid.
Suspicion or
Oh.
No idea.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. It has
the guy from Say Anything when he holds up the boombox.
Yeah.
What is John something?
Ron Cusack.
John Cusack. He's
Yeah,
the
John
star.
Cusack.
He's the
Yeah.
star of the movie, and I can't remember.
Was it a hotel?
You're talking about 1408.
No, I'm not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not
Which is a
1408.
Stephen King thing.
No, it's not 1408.
Actually, pretty
it's not.
good. It was actually a pretty good one.
What the fuck is this movie? Anyways, that's my guilty pleasure. I like that movie when I see it.
No, that's actually.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
John Cusack.
I'm looking it up right now.
All right. Good for you. You looked that up. You happy
Identity.
campers.
Identity. It's a great movie.
Identity.
Watch it.
Oh, dude, Split. It's not really a horror movie, but it's a good one.
It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I haven't watched it.
Apparently, it's
good.
good. It's the
It's
beginning of a
connected.
series.
It's part of no. It's not the beginning of a series. It's part of the
Part of the
fucking.
series.
It's the first part of the series was that
Okay, fine. Might as well say it. Unbreakable. Like
Unbreakable,
Like he was
thank
saying,
you.
it's Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
I was trying not to have him say it because it would spoil the fact that it's part of that
well,
series.
it's not.
Because you don't know you don't actually know it's part of the series until later on.
Well, they have the third one coming out, Glass, which is Samuel L. Jackson character from Unbreakable.
I guess yeah.
It's been
That's
in
going
the
to
news.
spoil
It's
it
been all
anyways.
over the
Yeah.
place. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, okay.
So
Well,
say
yeah.
what
So
you're
that's
trying
part of it's part of the series.
Yeah.
It's actually part of the series.
How about
Uncle?
This Island Earth?
Funkel.
I love that shirt.
This
That's
Island
great.
Earth. I haven't seen it. What about Waterworld? Everybody.
That's a
Waterworld!
scary ass movie.
Fucking hated
I
that.
love
movie.
that. I love that joke in Family Guy where Chris comes out of the theater and he goes, "I don't understand it." He's watching Waterworld and he's like, "How does Kevin Costner still get work?"
I was about to
Waterworld.
say,
That was
how do they have so
fucking
many
horrible.
cigarettes and paper so rare? That was my question.
Because the world's covered in water.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, they have a boat full of cigarettes, smoking cigarettes, and they see one filled with paper, they're like, paper exists! It's like, you're smoking cigarettes!
They were aged. Of course they exist. Aged to perfection. Marlboros aged 40 years on a boat.
Nice little sponsor plug right there. Pachoo.
Yeah. I don't think we've accomplished much on this aside
No,
from
no, no,
bashing
just-
on movies.
Just
And,
talking crap about a lot of movies.
Slender Man,
Talking crap.
yeah, we did. Actually, I talked about that.
Nice.
If you would, you know,
I wasn't even here. I was
here,
inside.
you would know.
Running around.
I am
Hey,
not
Jess, turn the fog machine on, will you?
a big
Right
fan
by your
of
foot.
Slender Man.
Might
Slender
as well
Man
fog up the street again.
go
Call it a
slender
day.
himself.
He can go slender himself.
That's all I'd say about Slender Man. I can't see any.
I'm still excited that we did our Terms of Slenderment, and it's up on the podcasting channel, or the iTunes and whatnot.
Yes, check us out, iTunes, things like that. Oh god, I can't see anything.
I would have you sing that, Jess.
so
but-
foggy.
Go ahead and cut the fog.
Cut it off.
I would have you sing that, your
Cut it off.
rendition. So my brother does a
Too much
really
fog.
good Jack's Lament song from you know, Nightmare Before
I
Christmas.
cannot see
And
any.
I would. The wind has shifted.
It's shifted, and
The
it
wind has
stopped
shifted
shifting.
mysteriously.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
The cat has come out
Oh,
of
we
the
have
fog.
Candy. Hey guys, how are ya?
Jeez, that's a gigantic.
No, we
that's
can't
awesome.
either.
Yeah, we
There you
just
go, buddy.
took the fog machine as you guys pulled up, and it
Quick
just
one.
exploded.
You guys got a new car?
Yeah.
More neighbors, guys. Just
Took
you
over
know.
our niece's parents.
You want one?
Awesome. Thanks. What do you got?
A lot.
Are the kids here?
Somewhere.
Sorry, I'm making you hold it up.
That's all right. It's not heavy. It's just all full size candy bars.
I keep thinking I'm seeing Rolos, and then it's
No, I did not. I did not buy Rolos. I apologize.
Thank you
Next time I'll buy Rolos. But anyway,
The yard looks awesome.
well, thank you. I actually cut most of it down because we're doing the podcast tonight, and I just didn't have time. So
You're doing a podcast?
yeah, we're live right now.
Oh.
So anyway, guys, back to the horror movies. The movies of the horror. I don't know. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing. I'm just going to say, I have nothing.
Really?
Not a thing. Nothing.
Okay.
Not a thing.
So
We're talking about good horror movies. But
see ya. Yeah, have fun. Be safe. Get lots of candy.
what about Elvira? You guys remember?
Yeah, next door is also got candy. Elvira, Mistress of the
Elvira.
Dark.
Ooh.
Ooh,
about her show?
Cassandra Peterson. Oh,
Sandra P.
Cassandra Peterson. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't care how old she is. She also looks hot still.
I have no idea.
You don't know?
I have no idea. I don't know who it is.
Elvira. She's Elvira.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You know who still looks good?
Jamie Lee Curtis. We already did this.
I don't know. Top of my head. Is Charo still alive?
Charo.
What's that lady from God, what's his name? The guy who plays Al Bundy? He was in that show.
Katie Seagal.
Is it Katie Seagal?
For Married with Children.
No, not Katie Seagal. A different show.
Kristen
A different show, not that. It was one he's done recently. It was like All in the Family or something. Yeah, the Hispanic lady. She's got like a son my age. He's like 30, and she still looks like she's my age. Yeah, she's
Eva
like
Longoria or
58.
something?
No, but she is
I haven't watched
gorgeous.
it. I don't
Like
know.
she does not age.
Can we get back to
2
like
minutes.
stuff that's not that? Because I mean, it's come on, son.
Sorry.
Killing
I
me.
got nothing. What do you want from
All
me?
you have to do is think of a horror movie and bullshit about
Ugh.
it, or bash it.
Oh,
That's what we've been
the
doing all night, is
Langoliers.
bashing-
Okay,
Langoliers.
I was about to
Oh,
say.
son of a bitch.
No, Josh, I was about to say Wicker
Langoliers.
Man. See,
You know what's
didn't
worse
say
than the
anything.
Langoliers? Night Flyer. That was
Oh my god.
garbage on fire.
Yeah, I like Kit. Kit was
Worst
a really cool
monster
part.
ever. What?
I love Kit.
These-
Kit was a cool car.
Night Flyer?
Night Flyer?
Night Flyer. Night Rider.
Night Flyer
Different
versus
thing.
Night Rider. What?
Night-
What?
Night
Night
Flyer was-
Stalker?
Jesse, you're killing me.
Night Flyer was
No, oh,
vampire
Kolchak's
stuff.
Night Stalker is always a good show
There
to
you go.
watch. I
The
still watch
original.
that.
The original. Not the
Oh, in
remake.
chat, her name is Sofia Vergara.
Vergara, yeah.
I hope I said that right.
That's it, yeah.
Don't hate me if I did.
That's her. Yeah. Okay.
You have to say it like this.
She's gorgeous. Zanya.
I don't have to say it like
I
that
mean,
at all.
some people
I don't
just
have
don't
to say it.
age. It's weird. Like
Everyone
some people just don't
ages.
age.
Connery doesn't age.
Scotch ages.
No,
It gets more mellow with age.
no, it does not age. Doesn't.
Good stouts age. I like to think of myself as a good Irish stout. I get better with age.
Is everyone going to talk about the fact in the end of Halloween H2O that a spoiler alert for Halloween H2O? They chop off the wrong dude's head and it makes no sense.
Well, that's a fan theory.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's
No,
never in the movie.
It's in the next
doesn't
movie,
happen in the movie.
after that. There's a movie
Oh
after
yeah,
H2O.
yeah, bull crap. With the one with what Ludacris or some shit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bullshit.
They killed
Fuck that
Jamie Lee
movie.
Curtis in the beginning of that movie.
That movie was garbage on fire, and it never
It
happened.
wasn't Ludacris. It was Busta Rhymes. And he
Was it
kicks,
Busta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still
I think
garbage.
he actually knows martial arts. Some bullshit about that. He kicks the shit out of Mike.
Yeah,
Myers.
which is the dumbest crap. It was just a masturbatory thing for him to get on the film. I'll be on it as long as they kick his ass. Like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll sign on for anything if you get you on it. Because you're a big name. This movie's garbage. With a garbage script and a garbage cast. And everything about it sucks. No. Fuck that. The reason they're remaking this movie is because they're trying to get Halloween back to where it should be. Which is not sucky. I do like most of the Halloween movies. I do. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy them. Some of it's guilty pleasure enjoyment, but I do appreciate them. Like the Friday the 13th films. I actually can appreciate most of them. As hokey as they can be, but I expect that with that series.
I don't expect
Freddy
anything
versus
but the
Jason.
best from something called Nightmare on Elm Street.
Freddy versus Jason. Let's talk about Freddy versus
Oh my
Jason
God, let's
for a
not
second.
talk about Freddy versus
Oh,
my God,
we're
come on.
gonna do this.
Do you guys remember Orca?
Orca was a good movie, but we're talking about Freddy versus Jason. And then we'll get to Orca, because Orca is actually a frightening film.
I forgot about that fucking movie, dude. I was thinking deep.
Freddy versus Jason was garbage. Everybody waited for it for
Freddy
years.
versus Jason was garbage.
People waited for it for years, and then it
Forever.
was just like,
I don't know why people waited for it. It didn't make any sense to do it at all.
how would that work exactly? One doesn't
I'm a
sleep.
horror fan. I didn't
How
like
are they versus each other? And then, oh my God! And then literally, in 90% of the freaking movies that Jason is in, he's underwater and he's fine.
And why
then
is-
suddenly
Yeah.
he's in the dream world and he turns into a baby in front of a little bit of water. It's like, what?
Why is Jason the good guy in that
What?
movie?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Here's why I think.
That's
and
Jason.
Here's what I think, because most people didn't know that Freddy was a pedophile. Most people didn't know that because it got
That
cut
was the
out
story.
of the
Yeah.
no, it got cut out of the original film.
Most people don't know that.
Yes, that's why.
It
if
was
you-
always hinted at, but it was
okay.
never
So guys, I
straight
have
on.
a headstone in
I
my
didn't know
front. I have a headstone in my front yard. I'm not going to talk about it, but it has to do with Freddy and Jared Fogle. And anyway, no big deal.
They're best
Do not
friends.
read that out loud. I don't want to get sued because that will happen. Anyway, so my theory is, and if you guys want to know what the headstone says,
too far.
just send me an email and I'll let you know. It's fucked up.
Damn it, Jason.
I got some heat for that one.
That's a good
But-
one. I love it.
So Freddy Krueger, most people didn't know until the remake, which the remake had the guy that was
Oh.
Rorschach from the
Rorschach.
It's not right
the
not having
crappy
Freddy
that
as-
crappy
as Freddy.
Rorschach. It's
Rorschach
Are
from
you
that
serious?
crappy movie with the
It's not right having
garbage
Robert
Marvel
England.
Suicide Squad?
series.
Is it Robert England or Roger England? I think it's
Robert
England.
England played Freddy
He
Krueger.
was the only
That's
Freddy. He
fucking-
should be the only Freddy.
He was also in Zombie Strippers.
God, it was such a shit. Watchmen.
Who?
Watchmen, yeah, the Watchmen. So the guy who played Rorschach in Watchmen was the Freddy Krueger in the new one. In that terrible movie Watchmen. Terrible movie Watchmen.
Haven't seen
Terrible. I don't care what everybody
You know what's
says.
a bad
I like
movie?
I'm not a
Sin
hipster. I'm not
City.
gonna. I'm not gonna
Sin
drink
City
PBR and pretend I know everything. Fuck that. It was a terrible movie.
Sin City sucks.
Had good parts, but it was
I
bad.
didn't like Sin City.
Sin City was okay.
Sin City's crap.
No, it's
If
crap.
you're really, really drunk, Sin City is okay.
Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween.
It looks spooky over here.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to the
I
Vista.
tried.
Yeah. Would you like some candy? I'm giving out candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, come here.
One time of year, someone offers you candy and a
You.
fur jacket, and you just take it.
Hey, I'm wearing fur too, buddy.
Well, that's what I meant.
Give her some candy.
Oh,
Oh, that's phenomenal. I want pictures of that.
We'll get
I
some.
wanted to be a hipster.
Did you?
Or Doug Steve Butabi.
Oh yeah, I'm getting
Both of
some
them at once.
Reese's.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween.
What's your favorite holiday?
That's one of them. Walk safe. Anyway. Watch out for girls with picnic baskets. They're out to get you. Said, watch out for girls with picnic baskets. They're gonna kill you. And woodsmen. Watch out for woodsmen. So yeah, my neighbor's dressed as the big bad
Oh,
wolf.
can we just talk about one of the worst movies
Well,
ever
can
made?
I finish what I was talking about?
No, I have to cut it now.
Wickerman?
No, Into the Woods.
Into the Woods. Oh no, we can't talk about that.
We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to
Can
say
we
it's
talk
the
about Once
worst
Upon a
movie
Time?
ever made.
We can't talk
Once
about
Upon
that.
a Time?
Can you stop?
The 13th Kingdom was great.
Oh, we're not talking about Into the Woods. No, we're not.
No, just saying it's bad.
That is
Don't
a
watch
horror
it.
movie.
Don't watch it.
Horror in the way it's real horror.
It's horror that it got made.
Do you know what
Horror
they
that it
made
got
that
made.
after?
And no one cares. It was terrible.
You know
All
those little
sorts of
action
things.
games they do on Xbox where it's like you get to choose your
Bad,
character?
bad.
They did a werewolf.
All bad.
That's where they came
All
from.
bad.
Does anyone else want to talk about the fact that Johnny Depp was singing about doing
No
dirty things?
one
to
wants to
someone?
talk about that movie ever at all.
Okay.
I think the people
All
that
right.
made it actually
Hang
have
on.
it marked from their resume. If you go to IMDb and you Google that, IMDb, and check out that movie, I bet all the people have it blocked. Actor, blocked from IMDb.
What movie?
Don't know. We're not doing that. So Friday the 13th. So my theory with Jason versus Freddy. So Jason Voorhees was a young kid, go figure, who died drowning because of neglect. He had developmental disabilities. Freddy Krueger was a chomo. So I think that's why Jason became the protagonist in that film. The,
thought the humans were
technical
Well,
protagonist.
technically, dude, if you think about it,
Because you didn't want Freddy to win.
maybe Freddy
No, not
screwed
really.
with Jason when he was younger, when he was a kid. Maybe he screwed with
That's
his dreams.
that's the theory that fans have that happened.
Okay.
So I don't think so, but actually I do think they say in that movie. They say that he tormented him or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I have a theory that it was a shitty movie.
In fact, Freddy tormented Jason to bring him back to life so Freddy could have the nightmare start again so he could come back. It was the entire part of that movie. But the big worm scene, guys, that give me a break. The worm scene on
You know
that.
what really made me laugh during any of the Jason movies? Jason in space when he was like
Jason X, I already talked
and
about
he
it.
puts them inside the
Phenomenal.
sleeping bag and he just smashes them.
Oh yeah, like freaking
I
yeah,
died
like
laughing. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
like beating cats in a bag.
I'm like,
Also,
what are you
don't
doing?
beat cats in a bag.
Yeah, don't.
Don't. We do not condone that. Terrible thing to do. What's wrong with you?
Or sleeping people. Don't do that either.
If you can hoist a sleeping person in a bag
Fun
and
fact.
slam him into a tree,
What?
you probably have earned that right.
Have you guys seen A Quiet Place? yet?
Hold on, before you do that. Fun fact about that scene with Jason X.
I really
I was listening to a commentary about it. The guy who's the guy who played Jason in that movie, he actually had to pick up those bags and slam them. He did not realize how heavy they were going to be, which is why it looks awkward. And they didn't tell him how heavy it was, so he starts to pick them up and slam them, and they're really freaking heavy because they're supposed to be like people in them. And so he's picking up and like hitting these things, and afterwards he was like his back was hurt and he could barely stand up straight.
Eric and Chad, happy Halloween,
He was
buddy.
all kinds of messed up after having to hoist these giant bags like full of like rocks or something like that, and he's just slapping them against a tree, and that's why he looks like he's stumbling almost, is because he actually is, because they did it one
So-
take because he couldn't do it again.
Another fun fact: the person that plays that most people remember as Jason Voorhees is Kane Hodder.
Yeah, Kane Hodder.
Okay, well, Kane Hodder actually is a ghost hunter. He does paranormal investigations.
Kane
by the
Hodder's
way.
cool.
For real. He's also a very accomplished stuntman and apparently
Halloween, everybody.
a really nice guy. I wish I could get him on the show at some point. So if you guys have a connection with Kane Hodder, let me know because I would love to talk to that guy. It'd be really cool too.
Kane Hodder's pretty cool.
And he's actually done an investigation
Nems.
in Clive Barker's studio, in his production place.
Barker.
Apparently, Clive Barker's place is scary as crap.
It is
Can we talk about the fact that the Hellraiser series sucks?
No, just most of the movies suck.
No, the Hellraiser movies suck.
Somebody already.
movie sucks.
The first movie was great.
The Cube.
The Cube.
Okay,
It's not called The Cube. It's just called Cube.
Whatever. It's
After the first one,
Even the first one.
Not with the people being murdered. No, it's not that one. The one with Jennifer Lopez and she gets in the dude's crazy head and he cuts the horse
Oh,
off.
that's not
I
The
hate that
Cube.
movie
That's
too.
that's
a Cell.
a Cell.
I actually
That's
liked a lot of
trash.
the scenes in that.
Some of
because
the
Michael-
visually, it was a good-looking movie. The
Yeah,
Cell was
thank
visually,
you.
it was a stunning movie.
Visually.
They did a really good job with the special effects in the Cell. And it's an
And the
older movie,
acting.
guys, so you can check it out. But the movie itself was not so grand.
the acting.
It was a really good idea and concept, and done really poorly by the actress and actor
actors.
and everyone else in the movie and the
Dude,
production
Vince
company.
Vaughn? How can you have Vince Vaughn in a horror movie? It's Vince Vaughn.
Are you
Wedding
kidding?
Crashers. It's Vince Vaughn. I know. It's
Vince
just,
Vaughn has done horror, and he does a pretty good job of
did
being
pretty
creepy as all get out. I don't know.
Spawn was a bad
I saw
movie.
him so.
No, he did one where he was like a straight up psycho. I can't remember
Spawn
what
was
that
a bad movie.
Spawn?
Oh, wow.
I like Spawn.
Um,
Michael
I
Jai
like-
White could kick my
I
ass,
perfect.
so I like Spawn.
they had
movie.
John Leguizamo on it. The
Yeah,
Pest.
John Leguizamo.
That was a great horror movie.
Okay,
I
fine.
love The Pest. I'm kidding. That was one
Pest
of
is
my
a
favorite movies.
fun
I'm sorry.
movie.
So,
That's one of my favorite movies.
Cool Runnings was a great horror movie.
You stop. You're gonna get us in trouble for just saying that because they're gonna think it's a racist thing. Jesus.
The only person who equated that was you.
Yeah.
Oh no, no! As soon as anyone hears you saying Cool Runnings is a horror movie,
a great
guess
movie.
what, motherfucker? You said horror movie.
I know.
Yeah.
This was a great one.
They could have died at any point in time. It was scary, man.
Okay, I'll give you that. It was a suspenseful movie for
You were
sure.
worried about their
Suspenseful.
lives. You don't want them to die. Especially since they had Carlton on there.
They did not.
You go
I know,
away
that's the
right
reason.
now.
What?
You are not even part of the show. You go in the house. You're a bad man. Go. We do not condone what he just said. It's not a funny joke. I'm gonna have to now edit that shit out. I'm live. Twat. Get in the house. Can't say that shit. It's not okay. Ugh. Dumbass.
Good reaction.
What? I thought Carlton was in there.
Dumbass. Anyway.
Just because the guy looks kind of like Carl.
Le Cirque. Hey, what was it? Le
Kinda.
Cirque. No, not Le Cirque. Le Cirque de Lune or.
Cirque du Soleil.
No, the Brotherhood of the Wolf. My French sucks. With Mark Dacascos is in it, and
Oh
it's about the Beast of Gévaudan,
Oh,
the Brotherhood of the Wolf. In
The Brotherhood of the
English.
Wolf.
But I can't remember what's. Guys, I apologize. My French is crap.
I thought that
now.
movie was okay.
It was a good movie. It wasn't technically a horror movie.
think
Well, I
it was
guess
a
it
hyena.
was, but
I think I spoke about this once that they thought it was a hyena.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there was a big deal with that whole Beast of Gévaudan thing. Like, it was a big deal in reality. So that movie was kind of cool. Minus the weird Mark Dacascos karate, Native American karate scene. I didn't understand any of that. I just didn't get it. And I like Mark Dacascos a lot.
Oh, we're fucking movie.
It was just a very
had that one French actress in
strange
it.
film.
She's
It was a creepy story. The story itself was creepy in general, so it's definitely a creep factor to it. So I would say watch that. It's actually a good movie. It really is. There's some hokey stuff, but again, it's a horror movie. So you're gonna have hokey shit, and it's marketed as a horror movie. It's really more maybe a true crime kind of thing, I guess. Yeah.
all right. Well, I actually have to get ready to go.
You're taking off?
I have to get going.
All right.
Alfonso, Carlton. No, he was not in.
Anything?
I thought he
Well,
was.
so, all right, guys. Well, Jack is bidding you adieu, as we just talked about a French film.
Oh, I thought you turned it.
Yes, once the French people get involved, I'm out.
We've been live for almost 2 hours, Jesse, and you have
Bye,
been
everybody.
conversing quite openly in ways you probably shouldn't.
Don't want me on your show.
I know. All right, guys. So this is Jay for Jack and Paco and whatnot. Have a happy Halloween. Remember to drive sober or don't drive at all. If you're drinking, do not get in that car. Call an Uber, get on Lyft, whatever you have to do. Call a taxi. Don't make the risk. It's not worth the reward. You know, getting home sooner, not really worth it. Most of all, guys, check your candy because, as we know, you never know where Jack and Paco are. All right, guys. Again, send me your just put them on the page. Your Halloween costumes and whatnot, and tell us what you are. Put a selfie up there, and we'll do a vote. And whoever has the best couple costumes, I'm gonna send out some free Vanishing Gates stickers to you. All right, and don't forget on Friday, I'm live with Emily from Frickin' Frack Paranormal. It's gonna be at 7 Pacific, and then on Saturday, probably around 8 o'clock Pacific, Nick will be on for our third installment for our Urban Legends series. And we'll be talking about stuff from Chicago and Illinois. All right, guys, I'm Jay, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe. And if you pick us up on iTunes, Stitcher, Google+, Podbean, whatever, please leave a good comment and rating. We would really appreciate it. And share that to your friends as well. All right, we'll see you soon.